Ooh, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah. I'm your host, Phil Mark. Sorry, guys. I'm already having one in Minecraft. What? How you guys doing? It's Saturday night. You're here with me as people file in. We're hanging out. We're not doing much of a watch-along tonight, guys. Yeah, we're watching UFC. I got UFC 304 on. They are in the UK, and we're going to talk about the UK more with Wembley, WWE, all of that. All In's coming up. Of course, Wembley making a bid at, WWE. They want them there. We're going to cover that. We're going to talk about that. This show will be very much like Phil Mark's bookmarks oriented. We're going to just go in there and tackle them till they're clear. You know what I mean? We're going to play a bunch of flutes tonight, not just one or two. As you come into the show, make sure you hit that likes button. Make sure you hit that subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much. We're almost at 4K subs on the main channel. And then over at Pro Wrestle Times, youtube.com/@ProWrestleTimes is almost at like 1,100 or something. Make sure you're subscribed to both if you want to support. That's the best way. You know what I mean? And make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're commenting, all of that sort of stuff. I'm just bibble blabbering as everybody files in. We're going to talk about Dave. We got some funny Tony Khan stuff, man. I could tell you guys about Deadpool and Wolverine. I went and saw that on Thursday night, which was fucking amazing. So I don't know, maybe. Oh, and then tomorrow, guys, Sunday, I'm going to do like a member show. It'll be like an hour long, and I'll spoil the shit out of Deadpool in there. If you guys, maybe I'll just save that talk for that. And so if you're not a member, it's like 99 cents. You get the green on your name. I try and show all the members chats I can, like George Capture, the Olympics for me. Here we go. Happy birthday, Triple H. So if you're like Scully Vibes, if you're like these other members with the green in your name, and most of you probably are that I'm talking to, but you guys know. Become a member, or you can gift a membership to a hater, which is funny. And at Pro Wrestle Clips on YouTube and at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube. I tried to start a little earlier. Saturday night, I'm kind of all over the place, aren't I, guys? I kind of start sometimes, it's like almost 6 o'clock my time. I was like, I'm going to start early. And then it took me so long to get everything set up. And I'm like, God damn it, I need a producer. I see the flutes in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Good night to watch some PWT. Just listen to what I'm babbling about and watch some UFC. So, guys, UFC 304, I like to mix in the MMA a bit. on the show, so I'm not going to like dive in deep, but it's been a good card. A lot of finishes, a lot of good scraps, a lot of like UK, London, English fighters on the card. And I don't know, Paddy Pimblett, a lot of people have heard of him. He's fighting Tom Aspinall. I don't know if I'm going to hang out for the whole. We're going to focus on the bookmarks, okay? This isn't much of a watch along. You know, some people might tune in as well, tap into the show rather, you know, Awful might pop in, or you know, Evil Dose, or one of the many characters you see around the IWC. So look forward to that. And yeah, you know, how are you guys doing, chat? I'm going to take a gander into chat, and then we're going to dive into film marks, bookmarks. But yeah, I just kind of want to give people a minute. I don't know if people know I'm live yet, so it's just maybe a few more of you are trudging along. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the thumbnail. So I was thinking of doing a stream where I share my screen and show you guys the literal process of like how I go into, you know, like start the show, like what I got to do, or like how I make a thumbnail or something. Would you guys be into that, or is that cringe? I don't know. Show the woman who's boss. Happy birthday, Triple H. Yeah. And Alt Jake, what's up? Come in, and the first thing I hear is going to clear the bookmarks and play a bunch of flutes. Sold. Yeah, exactly. Got to start saving for WrestleMania London then. Yeah, dude, that is the thing, right? I mean, do you go to Mania in London? You know, if you live in the US or Canada, are you going to take off and go to Wembley, to the UK to watch this live? I fucking, you know, you should. That's a plane ride though, dude. That's a long ways to go. So I don't know about all that, but yeah, share, like, subscribe. Thank you. Someone in the chat saying they live in Atlanta next to WBD headquarters. Okay. Do you have like a Mission Impossible reviews? I was going to say, do you have like a Mission Impossible Ethan Hunt fucking spy gear, and you can sneak in there and get us fucking documents on the on the AEW TV deal? Because if you can, hey, and your name is Mission Impossible Reviews, so shout you out, dude. Email me, prowrestletimes@gmail.com. Denisha Lane, our good moderator in the chat. Round of applause for $5. Thank you so much, Denisha. And a member for quite some time too. Hey, PWT fam, Phil, glad to see you. PWT, hit that like button. Thank you so much, Denisha. And yeah, everybody hit that. I'll just leave that up there for a minute, D, while we oh, you're visiting, you're staying at a hotel. I'm seriously thinking to try and sneak in. No, listen, I don't condone you doing that, and I denounce anyone sneaking in to WBD. But if it were to happen, and there were to be pictures that went online, let's say, they didn't come from me, okay? No, who cares? They're gonna end up staying. Dynamite's gonna stay on what it's on, and then we'll see what happens to Battle of the Belts and Collision and all that. And I'm sorry, guys, I know you guys want to watch along. Oh, Phil, why aren't you watching along Battle of the Belts? You know why? Because I'm hyped for this UFC. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try and do like a tight 2 hours tonight. You know what I mean? And I always end up going 4 or 6 for the PWT universe. I'm going to try and go like a tight 2 or 2.5, and then enjoy the main card and just be normal for once. You know what I mean? So that's why. You know what I mean? I'm AEW overloaded after the fucking. Here's the other reason too, guys. I watched Death Before Dishonor. Now I could review that if you guys want as well. I doubt you guys really care too much, but there is some stuff that I have to, not to diss Ring of Honor like that, but there is some things that came from the press scrum that are important, which you see in the title. ROH is dead. Why is ROH dead? We'll talk about that, dude, as well tonight. And I think enough of you. There's 40 of you in here, and yeah, let's dive into Philmark's bookmarks really quick. I do have another super chat though I have to get to. LC Killer 17 for $2 says, I'm waiting for TuniCon meltdown for Wembley. Yeah, dude. Well, we'll see. I mean, people are trying to say that Wembley's going to beat, or pardon me, All In Wembley will outsell SummerSlam. That's coming up in a couple weeks. I highly doubt that, but I don't know. It's just there's levels to this. I pissed a lot of people off too. I put out a tweet saying And thank you for that super chat. Did I give you a round of here?
Acknowledge me.
I put out a tweet or a Twitter or a post or an X, whatever you want to call it, saying, which here we'll dive into these bookmarks, saying, that what was I saying? I completely am drawing a blank, but I'm going through DMs, so make sure everything's closed. Here we go. I put one out saying, sorry, that Wembley, London wants WWE and they're going to pay WWE to go there. Whereas Wembley doesn't need AEW and they're not running a mayoral campaign on, hey, I'm going to make sure I bring AEW here. And it's just a fact. People can get triggered by that. But for people to even compare the two, it's just, you can't compare them, and people are going under my tweet being like, oh, well, let's look at it. Why don't we just look right at it and look in my eyes? So we're going to dive into Phil Mark's bookmarks, but we're also going to dive into Phil Mark's posts and replies. So here, let me just get my notifications going here. And yeah, so I'll show you guys this tweet and then we'll scroll through it and see what's going on here. Sorry, guys. Lazy stream tonight. Chilling Saturday. Let's go. Here we go. Those are bookmarks, and that's what I want to share is that right there. You guys see that? Perfect. Okay. You think this was my first time tonight? Here we go. I promise that never happens. So AEW pays to run Wembley. WWE gets paid to run Wembley. It's just the facts. The government wants WrestleMania, not the other way around. It's a logistic nightmare for WWE, to be frank. And what do I mean by that? Phil, what do you mean it's a logistic nightmare? Well, the time difference, the weather, all of these sorts of things. It's not ideal for WWE to do that. And then you have the typical, here's AIR Gold saying the only reason WWE wants to bring WrestleMania to London is because AEW nearly selling it out. Wembley sent shivers up their spines.
You fucking mark!
My God. It's just like, do I go off on this guy? You know what I mean? Or do I save my energy for Meltzer? It's crazy. Like, come on, man. What the fuck? It just, the government is running a mayor. The fucking mayor's like, if you reelect me, I will bring a WrestleMania here. Like, so it doesn't matter all the other shit. You know what I mean? But WWE is doing it to mock AEW. They never cared about the UK before.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Oh,
Dummy.
my God.
Yeah.
Dude, no, the Rebellion pay-per-view, the Insurrection pay-per-view, YouTube in wrestling, not in real life. The one not in January. And how about they do live tours there all the time, right? How about the big fucking SummerSlam event that was there in the 90s, or the fact the mayor is like, I'm running a campaign based on we want WWE here. So it's weird. And maybe this is a troll, but like Neckbeards responded to this dude and was like, name one Terry Funk match, because his name's Funk You. Hilarious. The real winners are the fans going to both. And then I said, maybe. And what do I mean by that? It's like, well, we don't know. The cards could turn out to be shit. We don't know if Mania is going to show up there, because WWE could just pull the old, well, we'll do a SummerSlam here and that'll suffice. We'll do a Royal Rumble here or something. So, or like Elimination Chamber or something they obviously won't go that. Like, I do believe it will be a Mania, but it won't come for some time because they already have the next few announced. And if they're not announced, they're laid out and promised. We got the mayor of Minneapolis or whatever being like, no, don't worry. We're getting Minnesota, pardon me. That state, right? Like, they're promised a WrestleMania. So it's, they're going like, no, we're getting a SummerSlam and a Rumble or whatever. So I don't know. WWE, though, a hot commodity is what matters. And if you're a fan going to both, God bless you. But yeah, I don't know. It's, and then this guy, SummerSlam 92 is not a business success for WWE. That's why not had a mega show in the UK since Triple H SummerSlam 92. Google search that and find article. I just respond, what the hell are you talking about? So I don't know. That stuff's funny to me. And yeah, we'll shift over to the bookmarks now. Okay. We're going to switch over to this tab. Oh, we didn't switch it all. Dude, I'm noobing it up tonight, guys. I got to tell you. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. So we're going back a bit. This is July 18. What? Here, I got to hydrate a bit, guys. How are you guys doing tonight? Let me look at chat here for a second. Dummy, ARO Gold, what a douche. Yeah. I mean, I'm not here to like pick on, bully, whatever, but I don't know. Dude is, I don't know, clearly like someone's burner or something. I don't know. WWE goes to the UK right after Mania every year. Exactly. Jan was not in it. Dude, I'm trying to be funny. Chill, guys. It's called jokes. Where your guess is main. Yeah, exactly. 45 in Wembley. That's like, I could see that being like a big marketing, all of that. You guys know. I'm going to explain it to you. That's a big monumental thing right there. Hopefully. And I'm going to drink some beer in Minecraft. What? Still looking for that Broken Skull IPA? What? Got my hands on some Terramana finally. So shout out The Rock. I don't know why that's funny. I was already shit bombed, so I couldn't really tell what it was. I wasn't searching for the notes. So Dave Meltzer, basically, we're going back to Dynamite 250. We already saw Blood and Guts, but I didn't really cover this too much. I'll give you guys a flute right here. It's time for one of many Dave Meltzer's dumb moments of the week. So Meltzer believes Ospreay versus MJF may be the best match in Dynamite history, heaping praise on the finish at 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and both men's ability to perform at a high tempo throughout the whole match. It's amazing because I've seen like except actually like so many in Japan times people try and pull off pins Tony Khan at 59.59. So he's seen that a bunch, okay? I'm sure, yeah, over time. And I don't know if I've ever seen anyone actually pull it off. The fact they pulled it off like that, they would have announced it was 50.59 had they gone 3 seconds longer, 5 seconds short or whatever, and all that. But they actually pulled that off. Dave was pulling one off watching this movie. This match. What am I talking about? It was a movie. It was cinema. That's what people were saying. They went 59.59. They did a lot of stuff that was not simple, especially. Okay, Dave, come on, dude. It's wrestling. Like, come on. They did a lot of stuff that wasn't simple. Like what? Remembering like a bunch of shit 45 minutes deep. Like, yeah, especially Ospreay, but even Max did a few things. To me, Max was carrying that match. I don't know. I did not see one thing that didn't look good. Everything they did, they were doing. So many. Dave, just so many things. So good. So longer you go, the longer they went in the match. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my shit this week. Here we go. This is only the first one, too. It increases your odds of messing up just out of sheer tiredness. So now Dave's explaining to everybody what it requires to do a 59-minute Broadway. Oh, you can mess up more if you're in the ring for an hour as opposed to 8 minutes. Yeah, we know, dude. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you get all sweaty. Ropes get slippery and, you get all sweaty and things like that. Whoa, Dave. What are you trying to tell us? The execution was incredible. You can say enough for both guys. They were fantastic. Yeah, it was a solid match. A lot of you guys made fun of me for liking it too, but Dave definitely he likes that match a little bit. He likes Brian too. Here's AEW Neckbeard's post. Since Don Stevens pulled your video, let me help you, my friend. And here's Awful Wrestling, who says this match went from okay to just okay to fucking horseshit by the end. Excuse me. Ospreay didn't know when to sell his shoulder to the point he just said fuck it and didn't sell again. No, he sold his ass off. Awful. I would fucking watch that match with him. I'll make him watch it with me on Patreon, and I'll break it down step by step so you guys can see what I'm seeing maybe. But either way, and chat, let me know if I'm Ropetronic again. Last time that was crazy. Don Stevens, you guys go so hard. Was Aubrey on the screen? Did I miss something? I didn't see Aubrey anywhere, guys. Oh, Don Stevens. Right. Sorry. Duh. Oh my God. I got to give myself a dummy. You guys, I'm like a step behind. You guys can tell this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm like a step behind everything. Here we go. So yeah, here we'll play this, but I don't want to get Stevens. So like, do I? Yeah. So I'll after 55 minutes of supposed deadly moves, including a Styles clash from the second rope and apron, Ospreay hesitates to use the move that ended Danielson's career for 2 weeks. What a good point. What a good point. Take a look at this ref bump. Yeah, Remsburg, the worst ref in the league. Bush League, man. Remsburg is fucking worse than Aubrey, guys, in my opinion, sometimes. Maybe not all the time, but after 58 minutes, MJF does this. Boom, that's it. After like 3 pile drivers, you guys watched it with me. Makes no attempt to hide the Nux. The Phantom Nux. No, I don't think they're Phantom Nux. It was the ring, the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Ospreay took gourd busters, top rope elbows. Yeah, exactly. Just job to a roll of coins. No. Awful. Like that's the thing. Awful. You know it's his Dynamite Diamond Ring, or else like you ain't watching the shit. That's the thing. I wish he was here. I'd argue him, but I think he's busy. Corpse Knox is officially the worst. Yeah, because people legit get hurt when he's in the ring there. So yeah, guys, I don't know, man. Already the show's starting off great. Oh, it's great. So Dave Meltzer thinks Mariah May's promo on Dynamite 250 was a, quote, step backwards from her excellent turn on Toni Storm the week prior. After all the build and that great angle last week, I have to say that this was a step backwards. A few people would boo. A few people would chant, "We want Toni." But it's like 5 people out of 3,000. She had nothing to say. I thought there would be this great explanation. She hit the basic stuff, but it was only the basic stuff. I don't think that it was strong enough. The crowd didn't do her any favors, but I don't think the promo did her any favors either. It was nothing memorable. Yeah, so but it was, I don't know, I'm not like mad at it, I guess. It was just the way the story's been going. I guess this would have been come at some point, or I don't know. It was nothing like memorable and A+ where I'm sitting here, we just like the HLA. Yeah. So Dave, though, he's always hating on the ladies and hating on this angle and this storyline, this whole Toni Storm Mariah May thing. It seems like he's boo-booing on it, so we'll just chalk that up to subjective opinion. And he's not really saying anything wrong here, so he avoided some fire there. Let's move along. So QT Marshall and Jimmy Corderas. Are y'all familiar with Jimmy Corderas? Here he is. He's a famous referee, particularly on SmackDown. You see him there in the blue shirt. I believe he's a Canuck too, but he got into it with QT Marshall, who's bodied up lately, doing these bodybuilder competitions, went to Mexico, tried to get a job at so he left AEW, tried to get a job at WWE. They didn't really want him. From what that's the rumor and innuendo, that I hear floating around or see floating around as well, the speculation in that, which makes a lot of sense because then he returns to AEW as like a backstage dude, but he's like working a lot in Mexico and getting his body right and everything. Shout out QT. And someone DM'd us and said at the show he was like getting pops, like he was actually getting heat and was like getting pops on the babyface and was over like at the Collision taping or whatever, Dynamite taping, whatever. So shout out QT, he's not the drizzling shits. He's not the most offensive guy in wrestling. You know what I mean? So, but he got mad at Jimmy Corderas. Jimmy Corderas was shitting on the referee because in the MJF Will Ospreay match, right, they brawl out in the stands and the ref follows them out there, right? Fucking Remsburg follows them out there. No count, no nothing. And then later in the match, they're like they're doing like the fucking 10 count and he's getting in people's way. And Corderis is like, well, where's a DQ? Whatever. He's critical of this. So we'll see. And then Corderis or QT Marshall quote tweets it and says, hey, Jimmy Corderis, how come you stopped Ray, but then you didn't DQ him when he disobeyed your order as an official? So now this is way different. First off, this is at like the start of a match where Kurt Angle is waiting for Ray. If you guys remember this SummerSlam, right? Kurt Angle's waiting for Ray to make his entrance, but Ray comes out from under the ring. It's the infamous story where Ray like couldn't find his mask under the ring. And then he drop kicks Kurt out of the ring. And then fucking Ray does this dive. So I don't even think Jimmy even began the match yet. I don't even know if the bell actually rang, to be honest. And so this is a weird pull from QT, but he was sticking up for the match and saying, hey, Jimmy, how come you stopped Ray, but then you didn't DQ him when he disobeyed your order as an official? I guess it was your discretion. As a fan who was in the building, I'm thankful you didn't stop the match and ruin my live experience. So it's like, okay. But Jimmy Corderis responds and says, I appreciate you reaching out, but honestly, this was not anything or anywhere near letting two guys fight outside the ring into the crowd for 2 minutes or longer. I get having your guys back, but come on. And he's right. This was actually, if I'm not mistaken, guys, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me. But isn't this at the beginning of the fucking SummerSlam match where Ray sees adjusting his mask still because it wouldn't stay on? And he fucking knocks Kurt out of the ring. And then this is how the match starts. Like, I don't even think the bell's rung yet. Right? So I don't know, man. QT taking an L there. I do feel that way because, and then look, like he's arguing with people. This guy's like, because diving over the top rope isn't a DQ. Why did he stop him? Here, this is someone I blocked. Let's see. Hey, OT, voice of the marks here. Yeah, this is why I blocked this person, because who does this? Hey, OT, gets his name wrong. It's QT, not OT. Voice of the marks here. No one knows who you are. Just wanted to stop by and inform you in professional wrestling matches are scripted in advance. Referees are aware of the scripted nature of the match. Yeah, that's why I blocked that asshole. What a crazy fucking... Yeah, QT, it could have helped, but you called me OT. It's QT. Yeah, come on, dude. Don't even respond. Yeah, I don't know, dude. So I think QT took an L, but then he got a W for clowning this guy. Like, what the fuck? Voice of the marks here. Jesus Christ. We got a new member here, McQueen. Round of applause. We'll give you a thank you so much. So, guys, you get the green on your here. Let's tap in. Let's see what the members are saying. And you get the green, and then you get those cool badges next to your name too when you're messing on the channel. So there's like LA Knight, yeah. We got like Meltzer, all these funny ones I made. Roman's like way later, obviously the GOAT, who's coming back hopefully for SummerSlam. But yeah, consider becoming. It's like 99 cents. You know what I mean? Dave hates women unless they're kissing each other. Yeah, HLA. I don't deal along here. So Dave Meltzer has another one. I don't know. Should I play a flute every new time Dave pops up or what? Let's do it. I think we're going to do it. Yeah, guys. And then next week is SummerSlam, which I can't wait for. We're going to live stream that, dude. It's going to be so fun. Like, I'm super excited for that. A lot of, like, what do you guys think of SummerSlam as well? Maybe I'll preview that too. We'll preview that in a bit and just see like what matches are on there thus far. So I'm pretty excited here. I'm just fixing something over here. Okay. So let's see chat here. Flutes can never get enough flutage. Okay, here's another Dave Meltzer dumb moment. I believe, actually, I don't. I didn't pre-read it. Despite Ilya Dragunov recently being involved in the Intercontinental Championship picture, WWE's current plan is reportedly still to have Sami Zayn defend against Braun Breaker in a singles match at WWE SummerSlam, not a three-way. So, was he right about that? Yeah, he was right. Oh my God. Dave was actually right. So we'll give him his flowers. Because, yeah, this was July 18th. He said that. And I believe it was just recently that we found out it would be Sammy versus Braun 1-on-1, correct? Or am I wrong? Am I dummy in here? Is it a triple threat? It's just 1-on-1. SummerSlam is going to be fire. I don't know about like Breaker Zayn again, unless like Breaker beats him this time, but I don't really know about seeing that match already. I feel like you can save some of those, you know? I thought like now Breaker's going to go on like a killer streak, and then whoever gets the belt from Sammy is, you know, but whatever. I don't book the shows, man. I just enjoy them, man. But yeah, Dave was right. So round of applause, Dave. We got to give him a flower. Yeah, exactly. You know, even me. I'm a dumbass, but you know, I get it right sometimes. So here we go. And for y'all watching UFC, Mokaev is fighting Manel Cap. And I believe Mokaev, I hope I'm saying that correctly, he's undefeated, I believe. He might have like one draw on his record or something like that. And then Cap has a handful of losses, but he's a real top contender. He's a top dude. I don't know if you guys are in the UFC. That's what I got on the screen over here. And this will be a good banger in the flyweight division. Captain Obvious does it again. Yeah. That's just it, though, too. It's pretty obvious. So Meltzer said what the GOAT sent me this one. AEW would probably do well to start talking to other people for TV rights because we're at that point now. It's crazy that Meltzer's saying the shit. So I was on Last Call with Chris Connor. I did his show like the other day. Again, I've done it I think 2 or 3 times now. So go and check that out. It dropped this morning actually. But I talked about this, how like it's so funny. Dave and them, they just say the shit that we're saying like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. He says it 4 months later, but like we're assholes for saying it when we said it. But you know, now it's now it's just the news and it's all good, you know, so it's ridiculous. And again, shout out Meltzer said what I'm telling you guys, like every minute of every day he's sending me stuff. And I love it. Makes my job
losing money right now, as we can tell by layoffs and everything like that. All of that, when you say that with, you know, the added money of the NBA possibly the thing they're trying to get, layoffs, taking money away from streaming, deep debt, you know, all that, you can look at the outside and just go, you know, that doesn't sound good for AEW. And
no shit. How late are we in the stream? 33 minutes. Yeah. Fuck it. No fucking shit, Dave. There you go, YouTube. There you go.
And perhaps that's right. But, you know, that's another thing that we'll know.
Christ, I can't stand it. Oh, I mean, it kind of looks bad, doesn't it? Yeah. So, like, if I said that 3 months ago and then you guys fucking block me for it, or Brian has to private his shit to subscription-only tweets now, what's the big, like, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Now you're just saying it. So we got so much Dave to get into, guys. Don't worry. Keep polishing those flutes. Pause. Keep them polished.
When the deal's done, I mean, there's people on the inside, on both sides, and they say a lot of things. And but like I said before, you know, I mean, when it comes to TV deals, until they're signed, you know, there's a lot of stuff that comes real close, and there's a lot of money that can be offered and changed before the final contracts are out and the signatures are on. So I don't count on anything because there's too many moving parts. I mean, they may have a deal and they may be talking to all kinds of money, and they still may go in there and go, hey, we got to figure out a way to get $1.8 billion for this NBA. And NBA is always going to take priority over AEW, which is not to say, I mean, AEW may still end up with a great deal, but
oh man, it's sorry. I'll just let it continue because we got a lot to get to.
There's a lot of different things that are going on right now, and
what are the lot of different things? They keep saying a lot of different. No, there isn't. No, there's not. It's a fucking TV deal. What's a lot of the different things? Oh, like the NBA, and they're gonna go into legal battle. Fucking TNT would rather go into legal battle than say anything about AEW right now. They'd rather dump a bunch of money into trying to win over this almost $2 billion deal than scrape Tony Khan off anything notable worth reporting on, or these guys would be glazing it and blowing it up all over the world. You know what I mean? This is laughable.
They all play a part in how WBD views these negotiations. So
like, is he implying that the NBA negotiations affect how WBD see their negotiations with AEW? No, they don't. And Dave even said before, it's different things. I don't know, dude. This is crazy talk, right? And it's just, yeah, everybody, oh, Phil, you say cope too much. Is this what it is? I'm sorry. It's just like fumbling around it's like a fish on a dock in the hot sun, just flipping around like, holy shit, grasping for water. This guy needs anything. Hey, he was right about the obvious booking between Sammy and Braun,
it's very interesting time. And, they're AEW would probably do well to start talking to other people, because we're at that point now, where it would probably be good.
We're at that point now. Oh, are we? Are we, Dave? And I think my conspiracy theory, and I'll give myself an X-Files for this one. I think Tony is talking to other people, and I think that's why Dave's like, it would serve him well to start talking, like, because the narrative is going to be kind of like, well, it's kind of WBD's the shits, and they're kind of tied up and all, and then we're going to go somewhere else. I could see them trying to put that positive spin on that, and I think Tony's just saying like, no, us and WBD are great, so that whoever he goes with thinks they're like getting a steal or something. You know what I mean? It's just businessman. If you guys are like, that's too conspiratorial, no, dude, that's just like, that's like low level businessman, like what people are willing to do in these types of, in this world. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I totally could see that too. Yeah, let's hear Dave. Let's hear what the horse has to say.
Good to do that. And just because then if you do that, then it does put more pressure on WBD to make the deal. And if you have an outside suitor, you can get that price up, even because my impression is that through all this, well,
Zaslav has more heat than the entire AEW roster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, McQueen. Thank you for that. Holy shit, that was a good one. Yeah, that's true too, man. That guy's got nuclear heat. Like, they want him gone. What's going on here? We're getting the circle of death. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, we heard enough of that. That was some just egregious dumb shit. So Julian Weeks, shout him out. Dave on AEW TV rights deal. And this one's just 35 seconds long, and it'll add on to what we were just listening to, or I believe it's an extension of what we were just listening to.
Into losing money right now, as we could tell by layoffs and everything like that. All of that, when you say that with the added money of the NBA possibly the thing they're trying to get, layoffs, taking money away from streaming, deep debt, all that, you can look at the outside and just go,
right. So we heard that, right? Essentially. So thank you, Julian Weeks, for spreading the word. So I tweeted quick, awful wrestling, make me a chart so I can understand these charts. And I was responding to Brandon Thurston's charts. And the death of AEW at awful wrestling, our good friend, who actually can't be here tonight, guys. I didn't mean to put pressure on him earlier too. He's busy with something far more important, but yeah, I love giving him shit as much as I can. And I promise, guys, we want a show like me and Awful. There's a show coming down the line. Eventually, he wanted to bring it up sooner than I thought. We just want to get all the ducks in a row and make sure there's like a solid time so we actually do it once a week. I don't want to just be like a random fucking thing that we don't do. But anyways, with Awful, and last live show on Wednesday, I was poking him, so I was trying to start shit. He was having none of it, dude. It was funny. But anyways, though, which Dynamite was this? So this was for 250, where we see here, and I will applaud AEW for this, right? And motherfuckers were coming at me too, like, WWE fans and people who like are my buds even on X. They were like, no, Phil, this isn't a good number. But so 2 weeks ago, AEW 250, they carried 800 and some thousand through an hour. Last week for that Blood and Guts, they had 800,000 people even through the overrun carried through like that hour of TV. And it's like, okay, so if they have figured out that they can at least do an hour of 800,000 people plus watching. So to me, I'm looking at the positives. I know, guys, it's not like the 1.2 million they did before or the 1.4 they did one time. You know, like I know. But what I'm getting at is like, okay, they're at least able to fucking have people interested, 800 some thousand, comparable to the last couple few years. You have to say those are decent numbers, but then it just tanks off. So obviously, right? But if they can put a show together where the whole thing stays like above 800 and it's just bubbling throughout the 800, they have the capacity to do it. Now, people might say, well, it's a hot shot booking with the Osprey MJF and it's a hot shot booking with the Blood and Guts. Yeah, I'm not saying it ain't, but but shit, you got to do something, man. They're fucking out here treading water with no fucking rope, no island, no food, no nothing in sight. So, I mean, I'll give them that, I will give them that. And, we'll cover the other ratings in a bit. I'm sure I bookmarked that as well. But, so 2 weeks ago, they keep the 800,000 above that for over like a half the show, the first half. And then this past week, they did over 800K for like the last half, even with the overrun. You know what I mean? Usually the overrun hurts their overall number. I was just having that discussion. Like, you'd think they'd stop doing that because it never works. This time it actually worked. So, or I don't know how much it worked, but fucking people were tuning in to see Modern Family and they didn't just shut it off in disgust. Now, was it the best Blood and Guts? Was it my favorite match ever? No. Was Osprey MJF the greatest match of all time? I don't think so, but I did enjoy both things, I guess. Spectacles, whenever there's two cages and two rings, it's like, this is fun. I watched the Royal Rampage. Darby Allin won that too. It was just a Royal Rumble with two rings, pardon me. And it was fun. I won't lie. It was kind of stupid and hokey, the shit they were doing. They had these spots where like Commander and Cassidy were walking the ropes on like Claudio and Brody King. And it's like, no, they're like walking the ropes Taker style, both doing like synchronized flip spots on fucking Claudio and shit. It's like, no, please. But yeah, I'm not going to shit on them for at least even popping a rating, if you can call it that, but compared to their 650 and shit, it is a bit of a pop. So shout out AEW for that, but we need to see now. Let's see if next week now, what do they do? Can they keep over 800K for an hour? It just seems like that core group of people will turn up and just do that hour or that chunk of time, right? Because why was it backwards? Like, you know what I mean? Why was it the complete opposite last show? Right? If it, like, what are they going to do to keep that? I have no clue next week. So if they can do that next week and the week after, building up to Wembley, okay, then I'm going to start giving them more props for this. But as of now, it remains to be seen. Chris Connor got mad at me. He's like, dude, there's no hockey on. There's no fucking basketball on. The Olympics haven't started. And okay, like, I don't like to play those games with, oh, well, hockey was on. Like, if I dismiss it when people go, oh, well, there was no basketball game, so blah, blah, blah. Like, I just don't listen to that. I just go, who's watching TV? Who's watching the show? I don't give a fuck about all that other stuff. That doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Like truly to the bottom line. The bottom line is just how many people tuned in to each show. And that's how we, measure it, at least in my mind. So, yeah, guys, 102 of you watching. I seen even more than that in here. We're fluctuating. Please get those likes up to, we're at 42. Get them up to 50, please, if you don't mind. And moving along. So I'm going to play this. I think this is the news. Do you guys want, it was just funny. I'll play clips of it. Okay. So this is just the news. I laughed so hard. We gotta fucking play some of it, dude. Well, let me tell you something, dude. Fuck your opinions. No one cares. This is funny, okay?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Let's fucking Hulk, man.
You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought.
Oh yeah, listen to the fucking, he can't help himself too. I pressed the giant, brother. Watch this shit's hilarious.
The vibe was so intense, the energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was gonna press that no good stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother. And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're gonna
that gladiator. It's like Zeus when I fought him. Oh my god. When I press that no good stinky giant, brother. Yeah, so here, let's move along. There's he does the full-on Hulk out. Here we go. I just want to play you guys this. Don't worry, we're not getting into the fucking weeds with this one, okay, guys? Stay with me here. Come on, the circle of death. We need it. Come on, brother. Be a real American, Twitter. Come on, Elon, dude. Show us you're a real American. Brother, I want to see the Hulkster rip his top off. Come on now. Come on. Here we go, guys. I'm going to fix this. Don't worry. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Fixed her. Give me a sec. We got a lot to get to here tonight. I can't wait. We have Tony Khan at Comic-Con. Oh my goodness, here. But we got to play the last bit. I don't care if you guys are like, I already seen it. We have to play it, okay? So here, I'm going to share this. Present, share screen. Share screen. Boom. Here we go, guys. Okay.
You know, when I look out and I see all the real Americans, I think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised.
And I'll solve the case, dude. Hulk Hogan and his team of mystery crime fighting wrestlers, brother. Oh my god.
But what happened at my hero?
It was a conspiracy with Kim Jong-un, Jack. He was working with the Iron Sheik. Oh shit.
And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
He blew up. He blew himself up, guys. Trumpomania running wild. Fuck, man. I don't care, dude. Like, it just takes you back. When you see him doing that, the whole and Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein were teamed up with the Iron Sheik, Jack. And we told Kim Jong-un, this is America. And he just starts hulking up. Shit, I love that, man. Takes you back to when you were a kid. Man, you guys like that or what? That's fucking hilarious. I don't care what anyone thinks. I weigh 1,400 pounds and will die tomorrow, brother. The only person who lies more than a politician, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that's so true. That's no good stinky giant. Then I went to SummerSlam with Mr. T and Michael Jackson on a hoverboard. Oh my God. He was blown up after that promo, dude. Well, you know something, Jack. Oh my God. Such great stuff. Guys, hit that like. Run these likes up, man. This show is so incredible. Thank you all for joining me tonight, too. I know it's the summer. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So for that, a round of applause to the PWT universe. Clap for yourselves, chat. Round of applause for yourselves, chat, as we move along. Trump should go with an NWO shirt. No, that's Joe Biden. And those who know. We're just kidding. It's just jokes, guys. It's just jokes.
Conan.
Sending out the Conan signal. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm just beering in Minecraft. You guys got to bear with me tonight. This beautiful, beautiful summer eve. How was Collision? Someone I saw D in the chat was saying Collision's crowd was thinning out or something like that. The only thing that was missing was the bass guitar jack and the world title. RIP Zillakami. And happy birthday, Triple H. Denisha says AEW collusion. It was a collusion. It just looks so empty now and dark. Cover up the empty seats. Yeah, D, I know. It's getting sad out there. Hit that like button, PW. Yeah, thank you. Or become a member for $1. Oh, George Capture for $10. Speaking of dollar, oh my goodness, let's drop it. Annoy the marks. Been a slow super chat night, so just wanted to get one in. HLA, yeah.
Conan.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I mean, I ain't even worried about that so much as I just want to fucking hang out with you guys. And I appreciate you so much for chucking that in. And George, I know you love those member shows. Tomorrow, even if it's 30 minutes, I assure you. And I'll fucking, if you guys don't care, I'll spoil Deadpool, or I can just give you my, like, a non-spoiler review. I'll let you guys tell me. But if you're not a member, consider being a member. I'll do like an hour long. You know, last time I said 30 minutes, the member show went like an hour and some. You know what I mean? So I'll do that tomorrow as well. So just make sure you tune in for that. And I don't know what time, so don't even ask me. It'll be hopefully in the early afternoon, like during the day. Maybe after church time for you church goers. No, I'm just okay. But hey, I appreciate you so much, George, for thinking of me, thinking of you. Man, that was a hilarious fucking segment, though. I'm not gonna lie. So, okay, Jinder Mahal to Chris Van Vliet. Giga Chad Van Vliet on if Brock Lesnar refused to work with him. So you guys remember when Brock Lesnar wrestled AJ instead of Jinder? Basically, Brock was coming to fight for the belt, and everyone's like, oh, we're getting Brock and Jinder. And then, you know, AJ ended up just beating him for the belt real quick, and then they just sort of forgot about Jinder, and then Brock fought AJ, which was a great match as well. Jinder says, this is just my opinion, and obviously there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. The headline came out, Brock Lesnar refused to work with Jinder. I don't think he refused. I just think it was he probably pitched for a match with AJ because stylistically it is a much better match. And that's why I like Jinder, man. He's not sour grapes. He just fucking... And it's corny. Pick up the bootstraps and get to work. But like that's what he does. He gets released. He fucking realizes, dude, what could I do better? He gets super jacked up, comes back, becomes world fucking champion, dude. This release happens. What does he do? He gets jacked up again, and he's like, I'm going to GCW, and I'm going to work a storyline with Cardona. And he's not butthurt over him, Brock, saying, no, dude, like him versus AJ is more money. Him versus AJ is a better match. You know what I mean? So I fucking like Jinder, man, big time. And the Singh Bros. And they're all Canadians, so you got to shut them out. Who's going to put heat on who? It's just going to be a flat match. It would have just been him suplexing me a bunch of times. Maybe Singh Bros get involved. We already know. So I just wanted to point that out. And also more Brock Lesnar stuff down the line here during the show. So at Julian Week says, Warner Bros. Discovery is potentially splitting into two companies, one for streaming plus studio assets, the other for any cable TV assets. You guys, we've covered it ad nauseum on the show. They fucking Wall Street, everyone's writing about it. They should dissolve this shit, turn it into its into something new, or two things. Is hopefully this is the solution, two different things. Hopefully this works for WBD. I don't know, I'm rooting for them. I like fucking DC and movies, you know. I like Bugs Bunny and shit. So hopefully it all works out. But yeah, I'm not sure what happens here, but we're all waiting, you know, on bated breath. As a writer myself, I know we're all waiting to see how this all plays. And I told you guys this a long time ago, too. I told you guys, like, early PWT days, like months ago, I was like, listen, and I covered some earlier layoffs that they did do. But I was just like, this is just the rumblings are, this is nothing. This is just like the calm before a storm. Like in about a year, we're going to see some big shit happening. And I didn't really think about how AEW would tie into all of it, but it seems as though it's relevant, right? Or topical at least. But yeah, I'm hoping WBD pulls it together, man. So the more they thrive, the more I thrive. So there was a name. I brought it up on the show. There was Caesar Sikoa, right? And people said, oh, that could have been the name for Jacob, but they decided to go with just use Jacob Fatu, and then they fucking said Caesar. I said Caesar was going to be Solo's name. Well, they also trademarked another name, Tala Tonga. So there's Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Tala Tonga. Hikuleo's real name is, let me Wikipedia it for you because it's very long. So here, I will look this up for you guys quickly. His name is Tautuyaki Taula Koloa Matangi. So his name is Tautuyaki Taula Kolo Matangi. And he calls himself Hikuleo, but Taula, basically Tala Tonga, right? Talla is what WWE trademarked, but Taula is his real name, Taula, but they have Tama Tonga, so Tala Tonga. And this is Hikuleo is Tama and Loa's little brother, okay? And he's their big little brother, the way Solo is the Usos' big little brother. So I think the swerve here is like Roman. Hikuleo is the kid that Roman brings in with him. Or Hikuleo sides with his brothers and fucking Rock sides with Roman and them down or whatever. I don't know. There's so many great options, but basically, he's been signed, and I thought he'd come in before Tonga Loa. Tonga and I called it, guys, too. Your boy Phil, man. I'm always right about this shit. I said, like, they did the brawl with, I pointed it out for weeks and weeks and weeks now. Tonga's Loa's not wrestling, and I had heard he was going to be done before he came. Now, he's not in bad shape or anything, but before he came to WWE, I'd heard like he was just thinking of like retiring in Japan or like just doing matches here and there, maybe big shows or whatever. And then he signs to WWE. They do a brawl. Kevin Owens gouges his eye, and then the next week in the tag gauntlet, I go, no way, they're advertising it. The GODs are going to be in a tag gauntlet, but then no, I was like, I could see them using that eye gouge the way Loa was selling it as a way to not have him in that match. And what happened, guys? Jacob Fatu teamed with Tama Tonga. So for some reason, Tonga Loa's not fucking wrestling, but he's cleared to be physical because he's bumping people, doing table shit. He's bumping. So there's something going on there. I don't know if like people make the jokes, oh, WWE saw those videos of him doing silly shit. You know what I mean? Like in New Japan. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't want to I wouldn't just put it because he's worked in WWE before, dude. He knows the style and all that. But there's some going on there where Loa is not wrestling yet. Maybe he has a lingering something, and who knows? But Hikuleo's coming in. Now, is he the guy who steps up and sort of like, do they say Loa's the wise man of the, and then Hikuleo just teams with Tama Tonga going forward? Is that sort of what they're going to go with? And then we get the Usos versus fucking Hikuleo and Tama, which is a brothers match instead of the Tonga Loa as well. I don't know why they'd bring Tonga Loa in if you're not going to get a GODs versus Usos, right? So like this, like Tama Tonga and fucking Hikuleo would not hit as much as the OG GODs, So Gorillas of Destiny, if you guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about in Japan. So I don't know. There's lots of different ways this could go, but he's signed. Also, guys, like Zilla Fatu is under one of those, like, I call it a Jordan Grace deal because Jordan Grace is going to WWE, guys. Her contract's going to run up in TNA. She might even go do some other dates outside of TNA. She's going to end up in WWE after, though, right? That's sort of the deal they have with her. That's like fucking Hikuleo or Zilla as well. Like he just won a title the other day. Shout out Zilla. He's getting better and better. His body's getting nice. Oh, yeah. Meltzer. Oh, it's just It's just so good. No, no, shut him out, dude. He's bodying up, but he's getting like WWE ready. You can tell Zilla is, and he's working in Reality of Wrestling, but he's like he can go work wherever, I think, right? But he's like under a WWE, like he's pre-developmental. You know what I mean? If that's a thing. So, which it seems to be, that's sort of what they're building towards. So, yeah, I can't, and Hikuleo can go. If you guys haven't yet, you can just type in his name, Hikuleo AEW, and he's a taller dude. He was a little greener then still, but if you've watched like his more recent shit, he's really good. And I could just see him getting super jacked, and the dude's like 6'8" or something. So this is going to be like a great addition to the bloodline that's like different. It's not just like a muscly kind of thick Samoan dude. This is like a tall, lean, muscly, like bigger than Roman though, like taller and bigger than Roman. 6'8" or 6'7", you know? So it's it'll be like a sweet, new, unique addition to the bloodline. So moving along. Here, okay, now, fuck, we're probably going to get Don Stevens for this, but I love you guys, so I'll just keep it small screen and see if it works, okay? Batista just talking about how he tried out for the WCW power plant. Now, I didn't know this. I knew that when he wanted to do Guardians of the Galaxy, WWE was like, well, go fucking do that and good luck. But Dave Bautista actually tried out for WCW at the power plant, and here's a little clip, and let's hear what he has to say.
But did you know that you would go into WWE, or is that easy to get into? Or?
No, so that's what I did. I wanted to just lift weights, and I thought I wanted to bodybuild, and 13 years later, I had nothing to show for it. I was just big and jacked, and I was broke, and I thought, what am I going to do? And professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And I actually failed at that.
You didn't?
No, my first tryout was miserable. They told me to leave, and I'd never be a pro wrestler. And
where was that?
That was in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, it's a place called the Power Plant, which was the WCW at the time.
And so you went there, and
they literally told me to leave.
They said, you're not going to
make it. You're never going to make it.
Wow, were they wrong? Oh, my gosh. Boy, did you make it. Boy, did you make it. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. That's a fucking L. That's like Undertaker, where they're like, nobody's going to pay to watch you wrestle. And now people are paying like $700 to go to his fucking one-man shows. You know? It's fucking crazy. Yeah, shout out fucking Batista. I've always been a big fan. Sorry, guys. I feel like I lit something on fire there. Here we go. You guys know. I smoke Chiba in Minecraft. I smoke Chiba in Minecraft. Here we go. So the Motor City Machine Guns are expected to be heading to WWE. We've covered it on the show a bit, but yeah, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are expected to be coming here, WWE, or at least that's the talk within wrestling. That's the talk within wrestling, brother. Well, you know something, dude, in wrestling. Come on. It's been known for months that they had been talking with AEW and WWE ever since their TNA contracts expired. As of late, indications were WWE made the better offer, but they were expected to be with whichever side made the best offer. Well, no shit. It's so stupid, man. Oh, well, it's reported WWE made the better offer and they're expected, but they were expected to be with whichever made the best offer. So WWE, like, come on. Within wrestling, the belief is that they are WWE bound, and Ciampa made a reference to them in social media. They've also been completely silent about it and clearly have made their decision one way or the other. And when you go silent, it's the WWE way. And Alfred Konua, Fantasy Mark, booked this shit on PWT Podcast phenomenally. He Fantasy Mark booked the whole, like TNA crossover. They come in, Axiom and Frazier fighting. They just need like a random team to come in and beat them. But at the same time, like, well, yeah, the Bloodline are clearly winning this. Yeah, these guys are coming to NXT. Makes the most sense. So I think we have another one. Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns expected to sign. Another one. Despite an offer from AEW, the Motor City Machine Guns are now expected to sign with WWE after the company made them a better offer. So the best offer? Like, just the way they word it. Oh, yeah, like they want to go with the best offer, but whichever one's better. But whichever one makes the best one, they're going to go with. But WWE made the better one. So it's the best one. Observer newsletter says WWE didn't book Braun Breaker to win the IC title at Money in the Bank as they want his victory to take place on a higher profile show. Might be on to something there. So here's Dave Meltzer. Let's give him a flute. I'm going to give you guys a flute for hanging out with me tonight. Let's do a flutie. Flutes in the chat. Here's another Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week. Too much cowbell, too much flute. Dave says, as far as babyface draw, people got so mad when I brought up Cody Rhodes. Numbers are higher than Cena's numbers were, but they're much higher. Does he have the longevity of Cena? Of course not. But there was never a year of John Cena that did business like 2023 or 2024 will do. Never. Not even close as far as these kinds of gates and everything. Not just gates, but even attendances, advanced ticket sales and merchandise sales and everything like that. Does he have a better support staff? Yeah, he does, but still, he is the babyface star of this company, and he is just more successful. Yeah, there you go. So Cena's the GOAT. We all admit that. So how is AEW even comparable? Why do you squabble, Dave, about Ospreay when you have the GOAT right here? It's just about the moves, isn't it? And that's what I'm trying to say, dude. Cody could do a 630 whatever, and then you'd fucking praise him as the GOAT. But he doesn't do that shit, and so he's not the GOAT. Meanwhile, you're saying he's the GOAT because Cena's the GOAT. You know what I mean? Cena is the all-time. Like, all the all-timers put Cena up there. You have to. It's Austin, Cena, Hogan, and then Flair, just like on a technical, what he laid down for the business, But like, Austin, Cena, Hogan are like the all-time guys, and now is Cody bigger than that? Word, put Cody up there. Fucking love it. I love it. Round of applause for Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Let's give him a round of applause. But I don't want to hear shit about Brian Danielson versus fucking, and I love Swerve, but versus Swerve or Ospreay versus whatever. I don't want to hear shit about that. That's just all it boils down to. How else do we measure the best? Like, what was Austin wasn't the best wrestler. Actually, Phil, in Japan, you could see him do technical wrestling moves in his 20s in Japan. Yeah, sweet. He didn't draw no fucking money doing that. You know what he draw money doing? You know Stone Cold, how Stone Cold drew money, kid. Besides playing with kittens?
Yeah.
What?
Crack a beer. In Minecraft, smash a beer, Stone Cold Stunner your boss. What? So, I don't know, man. The why matters more than the what, especially when you're telling stories, folks. Let me just impart some knowledge there. Cody is a bigger draw than Cena? Yeah, even if Cody's not a bigger draw than Cena, good for him if he is, right? Maybe he is, right? Who fucking knows? But what I'm telling y'all is that's regardless. If Dave's making this claim, then I don't want to hear shit about fucking you guys get what I'm saying? I want to hear shit about Jack Perry's Heat or whatever. Ain't drawing a dollar. Okay, when Cody's doing this, we're not comparing them. Because we can't, everyone agrees, right? Everyone agrees. Cena's business greater than all of AEW thus far, right? That's just common sense. So now Dave is saying it. He's admitting it right here. Okay, so Dave, by your own metric, because how else do we judge wrestling? Oh, so then it's moves then. Because if Dave goes, well, just being a draw doesn't make you the best. Well, then what is it? Oh, it's the moves and shit like that? Okay, because like these guys all are wrestling at a high level. So now it's about the why. Why are they fighting? What's the venue? How are we getting there? Who's involved? You answer all these questions. If it's just like one of that, it's a great match. Okay. But like, why? Well, he's from the UK. Oh, okay. So are a lot of people. What are we, what is, well, MJF put the American belt and said his mom's dead. And it's like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, but where is it? I don't know. So it's all about the storytelling, folks. Just laying it out. More proof. And sure, is Cody a bigger draw? I don't fucking know, but good on him if he is, dude. Proud of him. And he's up there, to say the least. Top 4, you got to just say it now. If these are the claims being made, okay. But I don't want to hear shit about you guys know I can name all these fucking, oh my god, Naito versus Moxley. Like, I don't know. And I love both. I love fucking Naito, but like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that shit at all anymore. Trying to prove. So here's AEW Neckbeards, friend of the show. Oh man, so Sap's been going at the Toonie Talk boys a little bit here and there. Awful as well. I think there's a couple bookmarks in there, maybe not, but I completely forget actually what was going on. As you guys see, July 20, 1 full week ago. There's my dumbass brain, but let's see here. So Neckbeard says, trying to prove me wrong about journalists wrestling in a ring. Oh right, because Sap had a match against Effie. It clearly says Bill Apter hosted a show for JCP. Where does it say he competed in a ring? High IQ followers buy it, though. So Sean Ross Sapp quote tweeted this, and then so he quote tweeted Neckbeards and said that a journalist, so Bill Apter, I guess, hosted some wrestling show. I don't know. Let me read this here. Apter hosted a television segment called the PWI Scouting Report on Crockett's NWA Best of WCW. So, yeah, Sap, that's not the same thing, bud, as competing in the ring. And that's not, how dare you compare yourself to Bill Apter? No, Bill Apter's a fucking goat. So I just hope he's not getting in any mess on him from this one, because he doesn't deserve none of that. And, yeah, I guess, I don't know. Chat, how do you guys feel about Sap wrestling Effie? You know what I mean? What do you guys want me to say? Jesus Christ. You already know. Here's some more Meltzer. What makes Wednesday's AEW Dynamite rating even more impressive is that it went up against a WNBA game that set the all-time single game assist record. So Meltzer's claiming in this video, if I'm correct, we'll hear it from his chicken lips, but at Meltzer said what makes Wednesday's AEW Dynamite rating even more impressive is that it went up against a WNBA game that set the all-time single game assist record. So Dave, like, oh man, this is weird. So, okay, let's listen to him say it before I give my thoughts on this, because this is ridiculous. But Caitlin Clark sets the WNBA record for most assists in a single game. Round of applause. Round of applause. George says, I know Bill Apter, and sir, you are no Bill Apter. Yeah, fucking legend, man. Don't bring Bill into this. Don't evoke his name. Oh, come on, Ray J. That's not very fair. I don't know, man. Mystico is a global sensation. So shout out Caitlin Clark. Shout out the WNBA too. I know a lot of people laugh at it. Yeah, I get it. It's not, but I mean, they're starting to sell out buildings. They're getting heat. It's starting to, okay. I don't care if companies lose money. I don't care if AEW loses money, but like, what are you doing to make that not happen? And what, if you're not showing signs of like trying to change that? WNBA they're subsidized by the NBA. I get it. LOL, women's sports. I get it. But with that being said, WNBA is getting competitive in the league, and they do have a star in Caitlin Clark. Like, she's selling out buildings and stuff. So good on them. I'm never going to be mad at a fucking sport for growing bigger, dude. You know what I mean? More little kids can grow up and make millions of dollars for their fucking families playing basketball now. If there's more, people playing goddamn sports. So I don't watch the WNBA. I don't know shit about it. I can name the Las Vegas Aces, I think, is a team, right? So that's all I know about it. I don't consume it, but I am familiar with Caitlin Clark, who isn't. And here's Dave Meltzer, though, putting over, like, this is a reason to put over Dynamite's rating. Somehow the WNBA game equals AEW good.
So the rating that came out on Wednesday, as I've been watching this match, and I was kind of wondering what you were thinking. Once they hit about 25 minutes, I started to think, oh, they're going to go for the first hour of the show because this is an experiment to see if they can keep the audience from going down, 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 down every segment. Like we're trying to see if we can keep the consistency of the rating. And once I figured that out,
well, I mean, once they knew they were going against the convention, they didn't know that they were going against an NBA game. I mean, WNBA game where somebody was going to set the all-time assist record. They didn't know that going in, but they.
Dude, okay, so there you go. Okay, hold on. Dude, nobody knew going in that the all-time assist record was going to get broken. And it's not like the all-time assist record's getting broken. And people are calling each other on the phone going, oh my God, dude, you got to see this chick pass. You got to see she's breaking the fucking assist record, dog. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. People are maybe tweeting about it and shit, but Dave, holy fuck, man. How many of those AEW fans were watching it? WNBA, let alone going, oh, fucking, who's on the Orange Cassidy? Oh, let me switch to Caitlin Clark getting the all-time assists. What is it, like 8? No. I'm such a dick. Here we go.
Didn't know going in that they were going against a WNBA game that was going to do a really big number. So they knew it was tough, and it was the 250th, and they're down to the wire. I mean, it's like one of the reasons that these shows have been loaded up the last few weeks, whether, you go like, well, they got 5 years of data. Why does it matter 1 week? And it's like, well, all I could say is that to Tony Khan, these shows, as, as June came in, and things were getting down to the wire, every show was very, very important. And look, the shows.
I'm glad that now every show is important. And he's looking at it show to show. So you mean like Vince Russo and all the people who fucked wrestling up? He's looking at it show to show. So like what you do in 2K mode, and you're like, oh, this rating was great, and I got plus 52,000 fans, and I made 36,000. Nice. What the fuck?
I mean, like the June 19th show, I mean, they loaded that up and they did the bad number.
Al C. Traz is like, hey, Tony, I need to... My morale's low. Give me a match against the superstar with the highest popularity next week.
Because they didn't have a lead in and whatever. And then they had a lot of issues which they knew about ahead of time. Between Copa America and just other competition, and this Wednesday was no different. But I mean, they didn't have as tough a competition as WWE had on Monday and Tuesday, but they still had tough competition. And most of the stuff, like the number's been steady. It's been up a little, down a little. It's in that 2.2 to 2.4 range. No matter what he's put in there, and this one did better. There's a couple of reasons. I mean,
here's the thing. This is how you know. Someone in the chat said, here, let me see. Derek H says, I'm sorry, that's not a fan talking. That's someone on a payroll. Exactly. He would never spend this much. Just the fact he would never spend that much time breaking down a WWE rating or explaining why it would be good. He's just dismissive about it, whether it's good or bad. Just that alone. He doesn't put the same passion into... I put the same passion, personally, Phil Marks, I put the same passion into putting over AEW shit, putting over WWE shit, burying shit I don't, TNA, whatever shit. It's the same energy. Him, it's like the fact he would never even like try and attempt to make a WWE rating look good because of the all-time assist record. He would just go, oh, that doesn't mean much. He would say what I'm saying. Oh, if the people aren't calling for the assist record, So, yeah, I fucking really hate when he does this, But anyways, we're going to move along, and I'm done with that clip. Here's more Dave Bautista, because he makes me happy. Dave makes me happy. Dave Bautista, a good Dave. Batista tries to sneak his WWE moves into every film. It's kind of become my obsession. I'm trying to squeeze it into every film just because it's one of those Easter eggs. I think if I can get it, it's not a nod to the fans. Deadline. Shadow Deadline. So yeah, I don't know. He's we'll see more Batista bombs, spears, spine busters. I think in that, what was that movie he did called like Stuber or something like that? Something with like that Kumail Nanjiani guy. I think he hit like a spine buster or something in that one, or a Batista bomb or something. He hit a spear or something like that. But yeah, he tries to sneak him in. Cool. I think The Rock does that, or used to do that too. But yeah, a lot of people say Batista. Here, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Pause. And I don't know. This is just a fun one. This is just like a different one. I'm going to start a poll. Who is the best pro wrestler turned actor? And I will give you guys some options. See ya. Dwayne Johnson or Hulk Hogan, brother. There you go. Chat. There you go. Do that poll for a bit. Pause. Make sure you touch it once. Hold up. We're not. Guys. So vote on that. And yeah, because I personally, I think The Rock isn't as cheesy as people give him too much shit. I think Cena's more cheesy than people give him credit for. So I'm like an opposite dude. I'm a rebel, man. Yeah, man. But no, I think Cena's comes across more cheesy than The Rock does in movies. And then I think Batista's really great at acting. Or not like really great, but he's good at acting. Roddy Piper, yeah, see, that's the one where that's the all-time is Piper. So he don't even need to make the list because it goes without saying, right? Like he didn't make bad movies. And even though the movie, they were B-level horror, they all have cult followings. They're all like adored by fans and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. You guys vote on that and talk about it in the chat. But yeah, shout out Dave Bautista. Report Tubi interested in adding wrestling product to platform AEW. Tony Khan. It's right there, dude. The door's open. You have your lane, man. Get in there. Get on Tubi. Strike while the iron's hot. Tubi.
This is great.
That'll be their new slogan. You turn on Tubi. AEW on Tubi.
This is great.
Yeah. Yeah, Piper wins the poll no matter what. Bookmark, I said what I said. Yeah, see, Sap has got me blocked too. Don't worry. If I click on that, I'll be blocked. So don't just think I'm out here blocking all these motherfuckers. But I can't wait to come back to this next year. This is in regards to, so AEW wants to do a stadium show in America. Guys, I don't think that can happen. So, but Sap is like, oh, well, when it does happen in 1 year, and AEW's like, we're not planning on doing it anytime soon. And then Sap's like, well, 2025 isn't anytime soon, but it is soon. But I get what he's saying. He's being funny. But also, it's like, Sap, if you want AEW to succeed, I wouldn't even be saying this shit unless you pride yourself on being a true journalist first. But that's what people can't tell. We can't tell if it's like, are you being a journalist or that's the problem with Dave. That's the problem people started to have with the old guard in wrestling media. I'll call it that. So, hey, I said, listen, I fought on the front lines for a while. I'm going to rest up but I told y'all a wave's coming and it's changing. You guys can tell. Just the guard's changing of how people respond and react and want to consume this type of information. So yeah, I don't know. Awful just said bookmarked. I said what I said, lurker, because I guess Awful was like, there's no way this happens, whatever. Awful, he's always hating. The miserable old man, to be con. To be determined. That's what he should do. He should do that. That's our deal is to be determined.
Yeah.
Oh man, It's an awful joke. So Kyle Fletcher at Kyle Fletcher Pro, shout him out. We got her home, everyone. Dr. Kyle on the clock. Yee freaking ha. So Sky Blue, man, she's been killing it in the like modeling world. She's been killing it like in the swimwear, walking runways, photo shoots, like really out there, man. Like high level shit, I guess. You know, you see it everywhere if you go on Instagram and you follow all the water she's provided everybody, you know what I'm saying? The thirst, rather, the dehydration. So, anyways, though, she comes back to AEW. She wrestles like 2 matches, I think one in that Arlington Esports Arena. And I don't have the clip. I don't want to play it and get Don Stevens because, of course, it's fucking pulled down everywhere. But she got her leg broke, dude, like right away. So now she can't walk the runway or anything. I give it a dummy. Like, I'm not going to get mad at her, but she comes out and does like after not being in the ring for a while. And like, not like a long while, but like a minute, you know, doing other things, clearly focused on other things, crushing it. And she comes back to wrestling for like 2 matches. They're both go way too long, you know, like, of course. And we're fucking 8 minutes or however long into this fucking match, like already too long for a TV match. And someone dives on her, breaks her leg. So now she's sitting at home, and I know she's chill. I know she'd probably be like, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, honestly, I needed a break or whatever. I needed a break. Get it? Da-da. But, oh my God. Dad joke, Phil. But, I don't know. I just think that's fucked up, man. She should not be even like getting dove on. You know, she could be making the company money in so many other ways, representing them, doing, and like, yeah, have great matches and stuff. Like, she wants to be a real wrestler and all that. I applaud that for sure. But there's like a safer, better way, more controlled way to do it, to where she doesn't come back after like however long she's been like modeling and shit, instantly breaks her leg. Like, chill. What was she doing? You know, wouldn't she be valuable like in other ways? I don't know. I really don't know what to say. But I hope she gets better. Okay. I'm not sitting here trying to, like, I'll never shit on a hurt person, especially someone sacrificing themselves for my entertainment. Okay. So here's live look at the AEW WBD negotiations at @lifer_WWE. Tony Khan, WBD.
Back to New York Knicks basketball caps. WWE superstar Liv Morgan and other top stars when the road to WrestleMania.
Damn, that dude is boring the fuck out of her, dude. Whatever he's talking about. What is he doing too? Like, how does he not know that she is totally not feeling this dude? And I think she knows she's on camera and that there's supposed to be a pop. And this dude's probably been rambling her ear off for 40 fucking minutes, clearly lacks self-awareness. And then she's on the camera, and then she's like, oh fuck, you're ruining the moment where I'm supposed to be on TV by still yelling through my ear. And I took time out of my day to get ready, do photo ops, meet people, come to this game, sit front row. I don't even really give a shit about the Knicks. And I'm here to fucking, you know, and then while they're like announcing me, you're still babbling for 13 minutes through my fucking ear. Oh my God, bro. We got to give that guy a fucking 0 game.
Emotional damage.
Let's watch that. Let's run that one back, guys. I know this is an oldie, but it's a goodie.
Back to New York Knicks basketball caps. WWE superstar Liv Morgan and other top stars when the road to WrestleMania Super Show comes to the Garden on Sunday, March 12th. Tickets are available at all Ticketmaster locations and at the MSG box office. Back to
And she's trying to be like, dude, do you not see me on the fucking screen? Yikes.
Shut up, bitch.
Stop talking.
Dummy. Yeah.
Ugh, that is cringe to my core, but I love it, dude. I love that. We're going to put that one over here on the side for a while because that's gold. I love it. Okay. Oh, yes. So speaking of Liv Morgan, I wanted to EFAP this with you guys. And should we do it? Let me check again here. So there's a 50-plus-year-old married man, okay? That's a half-hour long, dude, interview. So no, we're not going to do maybe another night, but a 50-plus-year-old man, married man, he's married, okay? To a whole person, okay? Thinks that he's dating Liv Morgan and has VIP tickets to WWE Raw in Portland, Oregon on September 16. Among the details, he states that his wife has cancer and was given 6 months to live. So what a... bro, what a fucking... oh, my God.
You what?
People. Some people's kids, man. That's what I say. So, was given 6 months to live. At the end, he finds out and gets explained to that it's all a scam. Okay? So, he finds out it's all a fucking scam. It's like a 30-minute long video. Let me see if I can't pull up the part. Let's see if there's a timestamp that I can... Let's see here. Where does he find out? I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. We're not... Listen, we'll EFAP this whole 30-minute thing another time, but dude, he finds out, basically. They have the text. It's a whole breakdown. It's cool if you guys haven't seen it. But it's really sad, too, because it's like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Whoever did this to him is a piece of shit. Can you blame him? No. Like, your wife's got cancer, bro. Come on, man. You fucking show some respect. Whatever. I'm sorry, dude. He's going through a lot, all right? I'm going to lay off. What was the AEW ref doing? The way he was trying to hold on like a cartoon character. God, I don't want to get Don Stevens. Do I play it?
Control as we...
We'll turn the sound off. So, everyone, Bryce Remsburg, I know it's small, but I got to... Here's him walking. He's trying not to tip over. He gets involved. What is he doing? What is he doing with his... Oh, my God. Why would that be what you do to a man if you were trying to stop him? And he wouldn't smell it? And then look how he looks around. What? Bryce Remsburg, can you guys see that, chat? Bryce does this every fucking match where shit happens. He looks around and goes, ooh, what? And then he kind of looks at the person who did it. Did you do something? What? Well, I don't know. And then he goes down and he's like, 1. Then he kind of looks, and then he leaps in the air 8 feet. 2. Just watch this trash. What? Did you? What? I don't know. Look how he's looking away. So he's not watching the pin. So what if he got his shoulder up for a split second, but you're not even fucking watching? Oh, well, that's part of me seeing the fucking... No, because he's flat-shouldered after the finish, you asshole. I'm so sorry, guys. Bryce, this is what I mean. Bryce Remsburg makes me fucking mad.
What?
No, none of it makes me mad. It's fun to laugh at. That's why I laugh at it with you guys. Otherwise, it would bottle up. This guy, man, I'm telling you, let's bring this one back. I'm going to get Don Stevens for this for sure. But look at how he's just like, oh, what happened? I don't know. I don't know. Here's me going for a single leg. Let me walk 10 feet away from you for no reason. Here, I just walk away 8 feet. What's going on? There's stuff in my face. Huh? Oh, 2. Are you over there? Hey, what's over there? Can I get a hot dog? Is that the hot dog guy over there? Can I get... Hey, oh, I'm sorry. Who are you over there? Jesus. And look how high he is in the air. Dude. Look how high he goes, dude. The fuck are you that high for? Just hit the mat, bro. 1. That's 8. Look at fucking 4 feet in the air. I'm going too hard, guys. I know. I'm going too hard. I know. Craziness. So Dave Meltzer, let's give him a dummy. Let's give him a dummy because he perpetrates the shit. And yeah, we'll play a flute just because I love you guys. Where's another Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week? So if you guys have been watching Collision and Rampage and all of that, I don't talk about it as much on the show because I watch it after and I just throw it on in the background. I don't pay as much attention. I used to like review and break down Collision shows. I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's going to be the same thing every time. It gets mundane. But they're playing these cool vignettes for this guy, Hologram. And he's a AAA star called Aramis. I'm not sure. And he had these really cool, like, I'm a hacker guy vignettes, and he jumps through this portal into another world and comes out. And is this fucking luchador. So, and it's pretty cool, but Meltzer criticizes it. So he gets a dummy and a flute for just, he makes Tony Khan feel this shit is okay, So Tony Khan has had an idea for Aramis for probably 5 years, maybe 4. For whatever reason, it never materialized, and now it has. Because Tony hasn't created one character until now. He's just taken other wrestlers and been like, oh, they're great in this other company. You got to create an Undertaker. You got to create a fucking The Rock. You got to have Stone Cold burst on the scene. You have to make these a Mr. Perfect and $1 Million Man and all of these sorts of things, right? Anyways, though, in the interim, since he had this idea, we have had so many luchadors come through. Aramis is very good, and his moves were good and everything. See, that's what he goes to. His moves were cool. His grapple button down X maneuver was really fucking sweet. When he heavy grapples and does his up A pin combination with the right stick move, it's awesome. Like, Dave, fuck. His moves were good and everything, but to me it was like how's except actually different from Commander. And Commander's probably the better of the two, but Commander's a jobber. Dave fucking dude. Yeah, Commander's better than both these guys, but Commander's a jobber, dude. Meanwhile, I just watched Death Before Dishonor, and Commander had like a 20 fucking minute match with this guy, Taurus. He's like a Minotaur luchador guy. Black Taurus is that? I can't remember. And he's fucking main eventing Collision, or he's like featured on Collision tonight or something like that. So Dave just burying Tony in AEW for once. AEW finally running. You ain't hype for $2, smaller venues. What say you? Oh, what say you, Phil? Chat me up. Well, you ain't hype. Oh, come on now, you ain't hype. That's not very fair. That venue's not very small. No, I thought it had a great vibe. They should run these little esport fucking venues all the time. You ain't hype. What say you? I think it looked cool. It sounded great. Like the sound was bouncing off the walls. And I'm not watching. I'm watching UFC. So Molly McCann's fighting right now. So I'm going to watch Collision later. And I'll get back to you about it. But the whole esport building thing is 700 to 900 people. Why weren't they doing this sooner? That's what all I can say about it. I mean, I've said it for fucking ever. And I applaud it. And then people get mad at me. Oh, come on, Phil, on X. You guys should see it. Our brethren here, okay, doing on the front lines with us. And these motherfuckers are coming at me like, oh, come on now, Phil. And I'm like, God damn it, guys. You got to put AEW over a little bit time to time. Oh, come on. Healthy AEW is good for the business. No, but run smaller buildings. Good. Get the fucking ratings up. Keep those 800,000s coming. Smaller buildings. Or when they did the Blood and Guts, let's put it over, guys. They had like 6K people in attendance, let's say. And they filled all around the ring. So then they blackened the top and then they brightened the fucking rest of they lightened the fucking all around the ring area of fans. And then they could pull the camera back for the 2 rings. And there were fans there on the hard cam side. Do that every time, even in these bigger buildings, or just don't run the bigger ones. But if you're gonna do that, like fucking figure it out. So I'll applaud them when they figure it out. Hologram won't draw a dime unless he takes his mask off and it's CM Punk. Oh, God damn, McQueen. Shut up, McQueen, dude. In here fucking zinging. I think the esports venue is fitting. Hopefully he improves the acoustics. Scripps is all elite. So can someone confirm that? Is Reggie, FKA Scripps, Sidney Akeem, I believe, is he all elite now on Collision? I know Mason Mansour are, and one of the Rascals, Myron Reed, who I interviewed on PWT Podcast, he wrestled Scripps on the indies there not long ago, just a few moments ago. A few days ago. Not moments, but days. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. 700 people. Yeah, there's 700 people in that esports building, so that's good for them, because it's just like a little building. It's loud, it's nice, it's like fitting for them. It's appropriate, it's humble. So the Hardys, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, are interested in the NXT tag team titles, and of course they are, and they want to, of course, get back into WWE, because why wouldn't they? In my opinion, they should have stuck it out the last time. The grass ain't always greener, as they found out, and they kind of fucked up. If the conspiracy theory is true, let me hit the X-Files, that Jeff really just sort of like faked some shit and just took off through the crowd and acted to get out of his deal. And then he then he got DUIs and shit in AEW, and let he without the sin cast the stife, blah, blah, blah. Right? I know. I'm not judging. But like, that's fucked, because that happened after that happened. You know what I mean? Like, Jeff got the DUIs after that happened. Slammiversary went down. Jeff can't come to Canada unless like WWE could get him in. But the whole thing is like, of course they want those tag belts. But hey, your boy Phil Marks, who said it? Go back 6 months on this show, 7 months, 8 months. They need to go to NXT, have a run with the NXT tag belts, have a kooky ladder match with whatever fucking team is on the come up, or the next two teams that are like the two next up teams for NXT. Win the NXT tag titles, put that on their resumes, get inducted in the Hall of Fame, just coach kids to tag team wrestle in NXT. And then you have guys like Motor City there helping and all of that. And I really think WWE is putting a focus on tag team wrestling moving forward. Triple H in that era, dude, they love tag team wrestling. So, yeah. Man, this fight too is going down. McCann's getting her booty whooped here. So moving along, though, shout out the Hardys. I hope they come back. Turner has officially matched Amazon's NBA offer, and the association will remain on TNT. So we already covered this on last live show. If you haven't, check it out with Evil Dose. They're going to sue. People are getting sued and all that sort of stuff. Here's some Meltzer. Let's react.
The NBA will pay them money to go away because they want it on Amazon. They wanted streaming. Amazon's a stronger streaming service than Max. WBD actually wants it for TNT, but we'll put it on Max if they can keep it on TNT. So that's kind of where it stands. If they actually have to pay the $1.9 billion a year, and the AEW deal is not pretty much signed, it's probably not a good thing for AEW, because that's a lot of money that the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, all right. No, I could listen to that again, but my brain would probably fucking start to rot quicker, and no need. But Mark Henry talks about a possible final match in AEW, and Big Show recently showed up in Ring of Honor as like an authority figure. So he's kind of throwing his weight around backstage in Ring of Honor. And Mark Henry says, there was a point where I was actually going to go in and do something with Hobbs, but nobody was listening to me at that time, and I was going to do it the way that I wanted to do it, and it just never presented itself. Okay, so yeah. Basically, they fumbled having Mark Henry mentor Hobbs, but then again, how far would it get with Tony booking it all? So, dude, you guys, this whole fucking Liv, Rhea, Dom shit, you guys want to talk about Thirstcast? My word, dude. Liv was cheeking on Raw. That's right, guys. Are we at 69 likes? Oh, yeah. And then I told her, dude, yeah, we're at 71. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you so much. And then we'll end the poll here. We'll end the poll chat going into the no spicy stuff, guys. We're going to keep this PG. Okay. Going into the Liv, Rhea, Dom stuff. We're removing the poll from the chat. Pause. But who is the best wrestler turned actor? Speaking of actresses, because Liv's doing a good job and she wants to go to Hollywood and shit, baby. She got murdered by Chucky in the Chucky series or whatever, and she has an affinity for it, I know. But let's end it here. 38% of you guys said Dave Bautista. 29% of you guys said John Cena. 24% said Dwayne Johnson. 7% said Hogan. Piper's obviously the GOAT. Okay. Now name me fucking is this another poll or chat? I want to know. Like, so what's like, name 3 Batista movies, name 3 John Cena fucking movies shows. Name 3 Batista movies / shows, name 3 John Cena movie shows. Like, wouldn't he be in the bigger, better shit? No. Is he a better actor? Where's a dramatic role where you go, here's the proof Dave can act, and he's not just being like the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? See, this is why I say this shit aloud to y'all, because I think it out loud and then I tell it to myself. You know what? I figure it out for myself. Guardians, right? That's it right there. He's dramatic. He's funny. He improv shit. He's it's action. It's fucking everything, right? It's an amalgamation of like all the genres, a trilogy, right? There you go. Boom. So yeah, I mean Batista. Yeah, I think is that better than Peacemaker? A whole season of Peacemaker, or 2 seasons now? John's doing a second one. How good's Peacemaker, guys? Oh right, he was in Blade Runner too. How the fuck? And then that M. Night Shyamalan movie. Knock at the Cabin. Oh man, you guys, that's a good movie. That's a good movie. I don't care. People shit on Shyamalan. I fucking love that dude's stuff. Same with that Ari Aster guy. But yeah, Guardians. I see y'all in the chat. Blade Runner. Yeah, it is Batista. You're right. And then yeah, Knock at the Cabin. Spectre. Oh, right, he's in Spectre. Yeah, see right there. You guys are right. 100% it's Batista. He is the best actor or wrestler turned actor, 100%. And then The Rock is like good, but he's good in like, that era when he was doing like Walking Tall, and it was sort of his like start, like Walking Tall, Scorpion King. What was that one where he was like The Rundown, right, with Sean William Scott? He's doing those sorts of movies, and The Rock, he hits in those, like Rampage. Honest to God too, like the Black Adam movie wasn't bad by any, and I'm the biggest fucking comic book dude. I'm a writer. Let me just I write that shit. That's what I do. Listen, that movie was actually really fucking good, but the problem is that we just don't care. It's just, we've seen MCU, the quote unquote superhero fatigue. It isn't real in the way that like, just superheroes as a blanket thing is tiresome. It's real in a sense that like you can't just give us any bullshit and be like any old cameo or any old 3 heroes is gonna do it. The fatigue is like, no, we need the cream of the crop. We saw Endgame. We need all these stories now to be like, roots that are spurning from that plant, like that seed was sown. Let's see the fucking roots that spurn off of that Endgame thing, and they just weren't delivering that. They're just like, here's a bunch of different heroes doing different shit, and none of it really connects. So yeah, I don't know. I'll save that. I'm going on Toonie Talk TV actually to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine with Marv Movie Monster on, I believe, Tuesday next week. And hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm like freezing up on my end with the fucking StreamYard. It is ridiculous. Here, I'm going to try and... Yeah, I might, guys, if I disappear for a second, just hang tight with me. I'll be right back. It's just StreamYard fucking around here. I'm back. The black helicopters took us down. Good Lord Almighty. What happened? Yeah, StreamYard is dog shit. They're saying, okay, well, what's better? This one, I enjoy it thoroughly. Do you know what it is? It's not that. Well, maybe it never gave me problems until the last few times. And I like the last handful of shows, right? You guys can hear, let me know in the chat, like throw a flute in the chat if you guys can hear me okay, see everything okay. I'm going to go back to the bookmarks here. Sorry about that. Just let me know. You guys can see that okay, right? Everything's working fine. Yeah, flutes, hear you clearly. Okay, good, guys. Flute, yeah, okay. I got it. Yeah, if that ever happens, I just dip out, come right back in. You guys don't worry, don't go anywhere. I'm still here. I'm just reloading in. So StreamYard shit, what should I use? I don't know any other alternatives. This is just what I'm familiar with. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know and maybe I'll switch it up. I do like them, but I also I use just my laptop. I think I need like another screen so I can have like chat and everything going on one, and then just like my StreamYard and everything going on another type thing, you know? Like I could even, yeah, just having them both on the same thing I think isn't good. But anyways, flutes, thank you guys so much. Who's having a good time tonight, chat? I'm having a great time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. Okay. Dave Meltzer. Well, what were we talking about? No, sorry. Before I backed out, we were talking about actors and all the wrestling actors. But yeah, I definitely, in my opinion, yeah, it's got to be Batista. And yeah, I think we defined that. We figured that out here live on PWT. Yeah. I was watching a Undertaker's interview with Godfather on 6 Feet Deep or whatever. You guys got to check that shit out, man. Or 6 Feet Under. What's it called? Dead Man Walking? I don't know what it's called. Okay, guys, let's move along. So Meltzer on what he was told when he previously asked if Dominic Mysterio would be a special referee for Liv Morgan versus Rhea at SummerSlam. And let's see exactly what he's going to say here. When I was asked, is Dominic going to referee, or when I asked, pardon me, is Dominic going to referee for Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley? It was, we have a special referee in another match, and it's Seth. It turned out to be. So Dave speaks retroactively and goes, after they announced that Seth is the fucking, like, so they announced that Seth's the guest referee. So then Dave goes, oh yeah, so I asked them before. Trust me, bro. I asked them that if Dom's going to be the special ref, and they told me, no, we have another special ref, and it turns out that's Seth. But I didn't report any of that before because I'm a
Liar! Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
That was trippy. Awful wrestling. Making the show a bunch. Even when he's not here, he's with us in spirit, folks. Sorry, guys. I'm parched tonight. This is the longest there ain't no deal explanation ever. And so this is via Sean Ross Sapp. So this is what Sapp was actually responding to. I'm going to have a great time clipping this. But Yeah, Fightful select sources close to WBD's stance say there is nothing imminent, meaning over the next few days, either company is not planning to announce a new deal imminently, and we are told the framework of a deal has not been agreed to by both sides. Both AEW and WBD expect a new deal to be reached and the relationship to continue, and say that things continue to be amicable. Tony Khan and David Zaslav are both scheduled to be in Paris for the Olympics and plan to meet, sources close to the situation tell Fightful Select. This meeting has been planned for months, but it was they're not meeting in fucking Paris, but it was stressed that it's not a guarantee they'll reach a deal there, though they are supposed to have conversations regarding the deal. Other sources close to the situation say that an offer has likely been made, but stress that there's no agreement in place as of today. Fightful had heard that there was an offer months ago from WBD to AEW, but it hadn't been agreed upon and was still being negotiated. So yeah, exactly like Awful said, it's just a bunch of fucking nothing. Sweet nothing. And Meltzer said, what, Wednesday at 8 p.m. you say, Meltzer to Joe Biden, you ruined it. So yeah, Biden went head to head with AEW, and this guy tweets out, this is embarrassing. Now here's that backup hangman Ibu. He fucking blocked me because I laughed that someone put out a video where like Ibu, who like just loves Tony Khan and shit, like whatever, do your thing, bro. But he's like reaching over the rail trying to get a fucking handshake, and Tony Khan just like walks right by him, and then everyone is laughing like, "Oh, you're a big nut hugger, and like you didn't even get a handshake or whatever." Whatever, he blocked me for like LMAOing at it or whatever. So whatever, I don't know. But Ibu says, "Hey, of Wrestling Purist says, hey Joe, AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts is on at 8/7 Central only on TBS. So can we move this to Thursday, pal?" Like, what, just like a weird, like, obviously it's a joke, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, and also you're wrestling purists, like, just call yourself anti-Fed, dude. So almost time for the comeback. 4 years ago, Matt Cardona teasing a WWE comeback. 4 years ago, April 15, 2020, I was released by WWE. It was a blessing in disguise. I'm forever grateful for my time in WWE, but Zack Ryder needed to die for Matt Cardona to live. And Cardona says almost time for the comeback, which is absolutely correct, man. It's like totally on the table from everything I fucking believe to be true. And they love Chelsea Green in that company, and she loves being in that company. And Cardona definitely is going to come back at some point, and he will come back as just Matt Cardona. We saw Sean Spears come back as just Sean Spears, and you'll see more of that. And they're going to let people keep their names. It came out as well. So Cardona is just going to be Cardona, and he's injured, I believe, and he's just finishing up some, like, he's the GM of GCW doing stuff with Jinder Mahal, and yeah, almost time for the comeback. And he could just be alluding to here, like, well, I'm about to be healed up and I'm going to come back again and go on another run. But I truly believe, like, this year's Rumble, you got to have Cardona show up. Something like that, right? People are expecting, like, this year's Rumble, you got to have, like, Hendry and another random, not random indie dude, but like a random, like, outsider. But like Zack Ryder / Cardona is a dude that they all recognize, and if they bring him in with a new name, it would be easy to sort of get over, I guess. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and dumb, but yeah, shout out Matt Cardona. I hope he comes back. Him versus Cody, though, for the title, you can't tell me that wouldn't be good. And that's what will happen, dude. He'll be a top heel. Cardona, maybe. I could see it totally. A lot of people don't take it serious, but if you haven't watched what he's done outside of WWE, then you don't know. Here's Trump at an MSG show in 2000. Here's some news. Let's play it. Everyone gets triggered by the Trump content. Oh, come on. Phil Marks is a great, great guy. Here's my wife 30 years ago. She hasn't aged a day. Trust me. And my shoes. I'm wearing the same shoes that I was wearing when they tried to take my life, Phil. Oh, come on now, Donald. That's not very fair. It's always politicking. Look at him. The piece, the two's up, and he's done great. We really love it. He's done really great work. Trump's a racist. My favorite wrestler is The Rock. Okay, so Dwayne Johnson is my running mate. 2024. Guys, come on, that's funny. Let's go. What do
You know,
gonna
a lot
do
of people
about
are pissed.
this? So I don't know if you guys play 2K24. I'm gonna start uploading gaming content. I think tomorrow too might be me trying to like set up my gaming shit a bit while I talk with you guys, but we're gonna start playing universe mode. We're gonna start playing GM mode. We're gonna do a story, the fucking My Rise or whatever it's called, with a Phil Marks avatar, and we're going to do all of that. Now, these jabronis got added to 2K24 in the Pat McAfee pack that they actually delayed for some reason. And yeah, these guys are kind of shitting on NXT talent. So I don't know. Let's listen to this.
Right. So yeah, you know, a lot of people are pissed, especially that D-Butch, Connor, myself, AJ are in it, because they want some of these other losers that no one's ever heard of from NXT to be in the game. Why aren't these guys in the DLC pack? Well, it's because no one wants to play with them. That's why. Okay. So, you know, at first it was like, man, should I be upset that these people, you know, are pissed that we're in the game? No, absolutely not. Fuck them. That's kind of where I.
Jesus, dude. It's like, come on, dude. Fucking NXT guys, some of them, I don't know, Sol Ruka and shit, or like legends. I'm always sitting there like, give me Junkyard Dog and things like that. Don't just, you know, it's not all about just NXT people, but this guy goes hard in the paint. I bet you all of these Pat McAfee guys will go and like get beat up on an episode of fucking Raw or something like that.
I stand. I'm pretty jacked up that we're in the game.
Oh yeah,
and right.
That's fucking awesome. So here, man, we had Corey Graves, okay, after the Blood and Guts match, or during it, rather, near the end of it. Here, what are people saying? I had one place to go. We were political. We're making fun of shit. He's a Hall of Famer, right? Like, I'm not covering fucking politic anything. We're just laughing at Trump. He's a Hall of Famer. But thank you for being here, Jones. You know we love you. McQueen, nothing said on the Pat McAfee show is meant to be taken. Exactly. They're working. I think they all get beat up in like a Raw or something. You know what I mean? Ego. So here's the thing, right? In the Blood and Guts match, a fucking unprotected hair shot might as well be with Jack Perry's head of hair. Jack Perry takes an unprotected chair shot to the head. Right on the cranium, nasty. Everyone's come out and been like, well, it was a gimmicked chair. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. That's stupid as fuck, man. That's so dumb. That people try and use that. Oh yeah, the screws were a little thinned out or whatever. So stupid, man. The gimmick chair busted Cody, gave him stitches before. The gimmick chair still hurt. They still give you CT, bonk in your fucking head. Gives you CTE, dude. It does. They find CTE in like runners now and shit, soccer players and stuff. They don't even be hitting their heads like that. So everyone gets it. It's like an accumulative thing, right? So whatever. And I'm not even sitting here like it can't ever be done. But in that situation, like, did Jack Perry really need to just take a cranium chair shot to the fucking dome like that? So unnecessary. And so Corey Graves tweets this out, and then he deleted it. And at WWE Graves, shout him out. One of the greatest fucking commentators. I don't care what anybody says. He's absolutely one of my favorites. And he says, this is not meant to sound judgmental or incite us versus them or question anybody's passion or talent or intentions. This is just coming from a guy whose career ended from a few too many accidental headshots. The art of this business is protecting ourselves and each other. Trust me, the gaps in memory are not worth it. I promise. Damn, dude, we got to give fucking Corey an air horn. Man, because I mean, he'll tell you, and then he deleted this, unfortunately, because it was just obviously, why do you think? People get offended, man. People get salty. People get dusty. People get sandy for no goddamn reason. And he's just speaking the truth here, dude. And it's not that you can't do it. It's just there's a when and where, you know? And I guess there was like a good audience for that, but who did it elevate? Like, it just makes people think Jack Perry's fucking really dumb, and it's not heat in a good way. It's like, this guy's just a dumb fucking idiot. And yeah, you know, Corey Graves, if you guys never seen that NXT like mini doc or mini series where he like gets the phone call like you're never going to wrestle, but you can try out for commentary, and then he tries it, and then he gets, and then he like gets the phone call for like, hey, are you gonna, we'll still keep you even though your career ended, like we'll still keep you on and you can do commentary and backstage shit. And then he like phones his family and he's like, I got it, it's just his dream to be in WWE. And just I don't know, man, he's such a tremendous commentator as well. I love Corey Graves. And AEW fans are literally burying the company. I've said it here.
Acknowledge me.
Since day one, man. It's an ESPN doc. That's right. Thank you, Alt Jake. You always know. Alt Jake knows. Little Jack couldn't look like a badass on a kindergarten playground. So true. But you ain't hype. Dude, I've said it since day one. It's the gatekeepy fans, the fans that gatekeep, the ones that treat you like you're less intelligent or just undermine people or say, oh, real wrestling. I tweeted out today, the people, because like I saw something where someone's like, I'm a real wrestling fan, and like Io Sky losing to Liv Morgan in a house show in Japan is black. And it's like, if you call yourself a real wrestling fan, I'm a real pro wrestling fan. You're not a real pro wrestling fan. You're into like this weird thing that you think pro wrestling is. I swear to God, we're into the graps, bruv. Fucking wrestling. And yeah, dude, they gatekeep, they play smarter than, better than, you're lesser than, and that just doesn't sit well with regular people who want to watch it like it's a sport, like it's a simulated work, like it's a fucking Jackie Chan movie. That's why I get people who are like fucking, oh, you like wrestling? And like I don't get that a lot. Wrestling's cool again, dude, but like, oh, you like wrestling? Yeah, bitch. You like fucking shows with fake tough guys doing fake fighting. We all watch shit like that. What do you mean? You watch shows where dudes pull girls they could never get and fucking dudes fight aliens or whatever. Like everyone, it's all just entertainment. Like I don't fucking understand how people can't get around that. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Denise says Phil belt off. Battle of the Belts is up next. They had no advertising for it. This is crazy. AEW marketing's I don't know what you're lit like me. I'm gonna acknowledge you and give you an Jesus Christ. Yes. So I'm not gonna, again, I'm watching UFC. Pineda's fighting Wood right now. There was a nut shot actually that distracted me a little bit there. Dude's taking his time. He got kicked right in the balls. So yeah, Battle of the Belts I'm not interested in. Willow Nightingale's defending like a fucking, I think, CMLL belt or something. And then an ROH trios titles are getting defended. So if you guys are into that, sweet. I don't think we're going to get Battle of the Belts anymore after this new fucking TV deal. I don't think it's happening anymore. So thank you so much for the super chat. And I will definitely watch both the shows and get back to everybody. But I want to see Aspinall, man. I want to see Leon Edwards and these guys. My wife loves theater musicals. I love wrestling. We both understand. Yeah, dude. My girl just likes, anytime I take her out for food and a nice drink or a nice time, in wrestling, she enjoys it. It's entertainment. It's fun. Real pro wrestling fan Stan Liv Morgan. Dude, Morgan's awesome. A fucking Joshi Mark. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Truly what it is. So yeah, I don't know why he deleted that though. Here's Jon Stewart on interfering in the John Cena and Seth Rollins match and taking an AA. And this is with Bert. This is Tom Segura, either Your Mom's House or Two Bears, One Cave, one of those pods. Because now Bert and Tom, they're they're not even on shows together, but it's still called Two Bears. I don't fucking get it, but either way, here's Jon Stewart talking about taking an AA, guys. And thanks for hanging out with me, man. This is just a random stream tonight. I appreciate everyone who stayed with me. I told you guys, we're just diving into Phil Marks bookmarks. So if you're just tuning in, hit that like, even if you hate watching, and yeah, we're just gliding through these tonight, baby. No rush, no rhyme, no reason. Let's just get into things.
John Cena was fighting Seth Rollins that night. And they put on.
And shout out Segura, dude. Don't DMCA me or whatever. I don't know. I see all these other channels being like, they pull our videos down or don't be doing that. Okay. We're cool, bro. I like you. All right.
A spectacular match. I mean, incredible show.
AEW proving CM Punk was right. Yeah, well, and also look what happened to fucking Collision. It's the biggest travesty. They rent that fucking Elton John song. I was on the podcast singing it. Saturday nights, all right for fights. Like I loved it, dude. Punk, Joe, FTR. They had all my people. It was awesome. And then here, let me give it this is great. And then, dude, they just fucking flummoxed it and it became a shell of itself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We have someone in the chat saying, thank you so much for the super chat, LC Killer. Good to see you tonight too, man. Never really gave AEW a chance, and from everything I've heard, don't know if I should. It's up to you. Everybody do their own thing. You know what I mean? Some enjoy it, some don't. I can get behind, like, I'm enough of a mark where, like, I'll throw on MLW. So, like, you know, not shitting on MLW, but it's not everybody's taste. So, like, I'll look for the stuff I like, and I'm able to do that. Other people, though, they don't have the time, nor the patience, nor the energy, and I don't blame them, you know? That's why your boy Phil does the goddamn thing, so you guys don't have to. Here we go.
The athleticism, the drama, the kickouts. You know, it is one of those championship bouts that people talk about, you know, like they start chanting, "This is awesome," you know, and the crowd is
wow.
And at the end of it, little Johnny Dipshit runs out, busts into the match, hits Cena with a chair. Rollins pins him. When I tell you people were furious at me,
really,
they're watching this incredible, and then some guys, fucking old dude, like nobody knows, just runs into the ring and hits somebody with a chair, and like people's kids were calling me and leaving obscene messages on my
really.
He had heat, brother. People shit all over that dude. People shit all over that Jon Stewart stuff.
So angry.
So that following is really intense, man.
So I had to go back the next night for Raw, and Cena was going to confront me in the ring with Ric Flair. And so they say he's going to hit you with the attitude adjustment, which is, I don't know if you know the move, but he puts you over his head and then he flips you. Boom. I'm 56, 57 years old at the time.
And you're like, oh, I am going to get my attitude adjusted by this.
So we don't rehearse.
No.
There's no, like, you walk out into the ring and they like point and they go like, yeah, he's going to, this is the ring.
That's where
like,
your attitude is going to change right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the show starts. I'm sitting in the back. They're all going through this thing. They're getting ready. The WWE doctor comes into my dressing room. He goes, hey, I just wanted to check in real quick. This is the doctor. He's going to check you out. So I assume it's going to be a, you know, have you broken any bones?
Yeah.
Anything. He takes my blood pressure. He goes, it's a little high. I go, okay. And he goes, all right. See you on the other side. And I was like, wait, that's not
it.
That's not that wasn't a doctor. That'd be like somebody coming in and going like, hello, how are you? Let me take your pulse.
Yeah, let me read your palm. How's it?
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
So we go out there. Just right before I go out there, Cena goes, just tuck your chin. I'll do the rest. Okay. Around the ring, I'm explaining to him my reasoning for why I denied him the championship. I wanted to protect Ric Flair's legacy. We go through the whole thing. He goes, well, you had your reasons. Now I have mine. Takes off the hat, throws it, lifts me up on his shoulders. And he's like 6'5". He's a monster.
Big dude.
And that floor is a floor.
Yeah.
And not
That floor. Yeah, we gotta give it a fucking what?
Yeah.
And that floor that they fight on, that floor. Yeah, dude, that canvas ain't sweet, bro. Oh man, that's hilarious. I love it.
not a mat.
No.
It's a floor. And I hit it. And I didn't, it was like the light switch from the top of my head down to my feet just went flink, like a lightning shot. and I'm lying on the ground, and they said, like, just act like you're out of it. And I was like, I'm out of it.
He's like, yeah, I'm fucked up, bro. Round of applause for Jon Stewart, man. That's amazing. That is amazing. You gotta love when people put the biz over like that, man. Here we go. And I think the clip is right here. I don't want to fucking play it though. WWE's. So, dude, at This Is Nasty, Alfred Konoa says, this is not even the end of July, and Drew McIntyre just won the award for WWE Troll of the Year. Give the assist to Jack Perry. This is next level. And speaking of deletion, Drew McIntyre deleted this post, him with Jack Perry, dude. And you couldn't make this up. That is next level shit. He deleted it. I tweeted out, I was like, oh, someone made Drew delete that shit, and people think I'm like trying to tell everyone that's what. I don't know what happened, guys. I'm just telling you, like, that was my reaction. All of a sudden it gets deleted. My reaction to him deleting it was somebody made him delete that shit, but I didn't. I have no insights, guys. I'm not the news. I'm not that head to news. So you ain't hype. That floor is a floor, dude. Yes. You ain't hype. Oh man, $5. You get something good. You get a
You fucking mark.
You fucking Phil Marks. Or wait, no, pause. Hold on. That didn't sound right. Wrestling never lost its thrive. Watch it and enjoy the moment. It's a great show. Got it. It's scripted. However, it literally is a movie in real time. Exactly. It's like the realest thing to comic books ever. It's the closest thing you can do because there's no retconning. There's no like, oh, this character died. Well, like, yeah, they do that in comics, but you guys get what I mean. Like the sacred timeline, if you will. It's like there's fucking Batman and that main timeline of events, and whatever happened, and people. That's why people get so mad when some shit happens, because Dolph Ziggler just can't be rewritten out and then rewritten back in or whatever. Like his time and everything spent is like a chapter in this universe, the universe of his kayfabe wrestling universe, which used to just be in one federation. But then as time went on and the internet and television and the talent moving around and everything, it became like not the multiverse, but like, yeah, there is like this universe is like each wrestler is their own universe sort of. And that's why people get so upset about it. And it's like these big larger than life superhuman feats, people doing insane shit that could never happen in a real fight. That's why it's more compelling than MMA in a lot of ways, right? It's like things that couldn't even happen in that sort of fight. And it's like a movie in real time / like a real life comic book, superheroes versus villains. And that's what it is. It's good versus evil ultimately. And that's why AEW fucks up, guys, because we just want good versus evil. If you can just establish what is good, what is evil Swerve, like is Swerve raiding babies' cribs? Because that's not very good. And I can't relate to that. So is he the good guy? Is he on your team, AEW? Because then I want you to fail. But I don't like these other pricks either. So how am I supposed to enjoy this? Right? So they got to figure that part out. Good versus evil, heroes and villains. Okay? It's so simple. It's just black and white. The most fundamental fucking ABC. 1, 2, 3. Right? It's just right there. Do, re, mi. I could go on for days. It's just right there. Okay? Black and white. Fucking good versus evil. And once they figure that out, they're going to start clicking, hopefully. But absolutely. That's what comic books are. That's what movies are. Movies are good versus evil. Good guy triumph. Or maybe not, but we get a trilogy out of it, And that's what wrestling is. Maybe he lost this fight, but he didn't win the war. No. This culminates here at WrestleMania or whatever. So much you can do with it. And yeah, Drew and Punk are the perfect example of that as they're working in the work, shoot work, brothers. And I want to give you a bruv. Thank you so much for the great super chat and the great addition to the show. So Alfred Konoa, yeah, he just puts over Drew. Chat, I'm sure you guys love this troll. This is an epic level troll. Crazy he'd do this, but at the same time, like, if Drew and Perry met in a back alley, Drew's walking away victorious. If Punk and Perry met in an alley. You know who's walking away victorious. And if a group of AEW guys, Perry and his group, ran into Drew and Punk and some other WWE guys, I think we all know who'd walk away from that situation. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So moving along, Brandon Thurston posts audio. Tony Khan's response to whether a media rights renewal with WBD has been agreed to in principle, as reported by SC Scoops. Before going into the next question, he says WWE PR has told media that AEW's deal is done at the same level as the current deal. X-Files, another conspiracy. So Tony Khan says, "Oh, but the bots are great. They're great, but they're not really great. But the ones I use are great, but the other ones aren't great." And the TV deal's going great. And WWE's the Harvey Weinstein and the Coke. And I like Coke, but I'm the Pepsi. And he's saying they're Harvey Weinstein, but I'll do a crossover with them. Our best versus their best. And our best were their best a few years ago, but that doesn't matter now. Things are great. So, you know, he's saying he'll do crossovers with them, all this shit, but then now more conspiracies. So Rossi Ogawa's a Fed leak and bald assholes. And I mean, all these sorts of conspiracies he comes up with, the bots and all these things, right? Now it's WWE's PR has told other media that AEW's deal is done. And it's the same level as the current deal they already have. And it's like, I think you guys are trying to blame this shit on WWE. Where's the PR? Who the fuck said that shit? As to quote Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Like, who said that? Where did that come from? Because no one's saying that other than you, Tony. And is it embarrassing that it's done at the same level as the last deal? Like, so this is what we know. Tony's trying to get a better deal than the last deal, at least. He ain't getting a deal as good as the last deal, like, as far as everybody's concerned. So it just sort of, without saying it, he just sort of confirms what we already sort of know. You guys think what I'm saying? Or understand what I'm saying? You guys think what I'm thinking here? Dig what I'm putting down? I've had a few libations. I'm on about 5 or 6 tonight. Okay, guys? So let's grind this up. We're having fun tonight. Here we go. So let's listen to Tony Khan himself. And yeah. Maybe Bugs Bunny will pop in and they'll have... what's up, Doc? What's up, Tony?
I was wondering if you could tell us if there's any truth to the report that there's an agreement in principle between AEW and WBD for a TV renewal.
Well, we're having great talks. You know, it's still in conversation, so I think that would be premature to say that, you know, we're all set and done, because that's, you know, still what we're working on. So having great talks, including today, and have had some great meetings with the executive team, Mr. Zasloff, Kathleen Finch, Bruce Campbell, and great people.
Bruce Campbell, not the one from fucking Evil Dead. Groovy. Shop Smart. Shop S-Mart. Phil S. Marks. You all get it. You'll get it one day.
At Warner Brothers Discovery, they've put a lot of time in and had a lot of great meetings and conversations. So it's still something we're all working on together. So, yeah, I think it would be premature to say that for sure. But also important to note that it's a very good ongoing dialogue that we're having. Thanks, Brandon.
That sounded like a fucking hostage situation. Like, it doesn't sound that way, the way you speak about it, Tony.
Okay, and we're going to wrap up here probably with Brian Zillum from PW Torch. We may have a couple more right.
Oh, PWT, that's my gimmick. No, I'm just kidding. I saw Santi Zap, though. He makes good content. He pulled out a recorder. And he's like, oh, bad wrestling segments, get ready. He's going to, like, play his recorder. And I'm like, that's my gimmick, dude. I already do that to Dave, bro. Oh, fucking. No, he's in the Jews. Are you jocking my vibe, bro? Some guy for $2 says, TK can't do a crossover if he can't book it all. Or you mean like he wouldn't do it if he
This is great.
can't
This is
fucking
great.
on everything, you know? Have a soda water and fucking, you know, get his pampy changed. I agree, dude. He would want some booking control, and Triple H should be like, yeah, sit down, kid. Let me and the bald asshole take care of it. Very good isn't great. Thanks, some guy. Thank you for the super chat. You're the shit. I'm gonna give you a. This is great. You got like 3 of them. There you go. Oh, guys, very good isn't great. That's a great point too. It's very good. It ain't great though. There we go.
Guidance here, actually, Tony. But Brian, you're up next.
Hey, Jim, can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
Or Brian, you know, it's interesting. You know, I don't usually do this, but since Brandon brought it up and asked, you know, I had a major member of the wrestling media mention to me yesterday.
He fucking goes, hold on. He goes, can I tell you guys something? Because he knows that Thurston and them are just the anti-WWE police. And he goes, I don't normally do this, but can I just tell you a fucking conspiracy theory right here that I'm about to fucking just make up, or some shit I heard playing telephone? Like,
Actually,
man,
Tony,
come on.
but Brian, you're up next.
Hey, Jim, can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
Or Brian, you know, it's interesting. You know, I don't usually do this, but since Brandon brought it up and asked, you know, I had a major member of the wrestling media mention to me yesterday.
A major member of the wrestling media. So Dave fucking Meltzer, and you're going to take a fucking text message from Dave Meltzer and trust what he says when he does not know, and he has absolutely no fucking clue about anything WWE, and he 100% has been caught lying so many fucking times.
Liar!
And Tony Khan, you're going to go a major member, like we don't know you're talking about Dave, and like we don't know he made this shit up.
WWE is telling people that, and I don't know why WWE is telling people about our media rights deal. I don't really know what it's any of their business. I don't really understand why WWE PR calls people and talks about my business. WWE PR is telling people.
Proof. Tony Khan and Meltzer are doing a trust me, bro. Oh, a prominent member of the media. Who? Like, name that person then if they're a prominent member of the media. No, because they made it up to you, Tony. Fuck, man. They're just working Tony like a fiddle behind the scenes. I'm telling you guys. They're working him too. All these people. That's where they get off on this shit.
That the deal is done, and that the deal is done at the same level that it was going to be our previous deal. That's not the case. I don't know why WWE PR and why major wrestling media members.
Public relations. So where publicly did their PR say any of this? Show me a quote. This is crazy, man. Fucking Dave, dude. This is Meltzer's doing.
Who are very credible and have never lied to me. Are, you know, I don't know why they're telling people that. It's none of their business. I think WWE PR really gets involved in a lot of things they shouldn't get involved in. And I can tell you that is very untrue, because when we make a deal for AEW, it's going to be a great deal with a big increase over what we've been doing. We're in a really good position. We've been doing great business here despite what they're trying to do to us. Thanks.
What a piece of shit for him to go what they're trying to do to us. Tony, you did this to your goddamn self.
Emotional damage.
Fucking blame it on other people. That shit deserves another X-Files, dude. That shit's annoying. Uncle Dave. So this is via at Brad Becker 83. Shout him out. I'm not sure if he's in the chat tonight, but avid PWT universe inhabitant. I don't know. Uncle Dave wants all of his success explained. I'll explain it. He's only successful because of stupid marks. I think Pro Wrestle Times would agree. A bunch of flutes. You guys put the flutes I come a calling, okay? I come a knocking. If there's flutes, I'll be there. So this guy tweets out, Brian Alvarez is the stupidest MFer I've ever seen in my life. You're a close second. And at Dave Meltzer 1 says, explain all my success then.
What?
Dave, I'll fucking explain it for you, bud. You work marks. That's what it is. You work marks into thinking that you're telling the truth about insider wrestling shit when you're not, or you talk about shit after the fact and then say, look at what I said. You want your subjective opinion on wrestling to be what the objective opinion of wrestling is. Like a narcissistic, weird, sociopathic. It's like a weird, like delusional, like sociopathy. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. We broke this down extensively on the show numerous times. And like, it's this weird fucking thing you're doing where, and hey, man, like, go ahead, do your hustle, do your grind, do whatever you do. But, you know, you could really do this the honest way and the right way, and you fucking don't, and you haven't for decades and decades and decades. And your success, first off, the foundation of it is predicated on a world before there was the fucking internet and before there was 80,000 other fucking marks writing shit down that people could see in one instant. And they're all got their stopwatches out. They're all timing the minutes of the matches, and they're all comparing the fucking data now, and they're all giving their own star ratings, and they're all doing it now, Dave. So other than writing shit down before there was fucking internet and giving your opinion on it and seeming like you were a cool fucking dude because you're a mark like myself who fucking worked their way into getting in the business, but at some point you felt like you were working people yourself, and you think you're like I'm one of the boys. I can walk up to Booker T's table on the Jericho cruise and sit down with my lunch tray because I'm one of the boys. You're not. I'm not. We never will be. And you just gotta admit that, and then come at this shit honestly and say, this is what my opinion is. And then here's what I do know, can confirm for sure. A source told me this. I can't reveal who that is because if I do, it'll fuck my source up. But if I'm right about this, then I'm right, and you can fucking, you guys can believe me. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and don't believe me. You just got to approach it that way, okay? People have pointed it out vehemently on social media. Hey, notice how WWE shit's not getting out there as much since Dijak's left? Now, I'm not one of these guys out there even saying Dijak's a fucking stooge and all this, but I personally saw him talking to a fucking dirt sheet. Undeniable. I love Dijak. Undeniable. I saw it with my own two eyes. Wasn't fightful. But there's a lot of people out there, a lot of prominent people out there in the IWC who are like, he was talking every day to them. So that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. There's a way to do it. There's a way not to fucking do it. Dave will say the obvious. We covered it earlier in the show. He'll go, oh yeah, it's going to be, this is a singles match. They're going to do Braun winning the belt on a bigger stage. Well, no shit. And then he'll say things like, oh, I asked about a guest referee, even though I didn't bring up that I asked about one, but I did ask about one before, and they told me it was for someone else, and that turned out to be Seth. So that's what I was told before, but you guys wouldn't know unless you had a time machine and were a fly in the wall in that room, or were listening in on my phone call. Like, it's such bullshit, Dave. So that's your success. Your success was because you wrote down a bunch of shit and had a fucking radio show where you said it out loud and recorded it before people could do that, before everyone else could do that. And I'm not undermining what you've done in any way. If he's listening, I don't fucking know. I might just be talking to myself. Chat, where are you at? No, but I'm going off here. I'm trying to cook. Just let me get this off. But it's the truth, okay? I'm not, and it's not even, he could just do this the right way, and he knows he could. That's what really irks me. You know, it's like what people say about, and it ties to the wrestling thing. You want to tie it to wrestling. People say that about Orange Cassidy. They go, yeah, well, he knows what to do, but he doesn't, and that makes it worse. That's what it is with Dave, dude. You know, it's this old guard of like, they think they're fucking Dude, you guys hear me interviewing these wrestlers? I'm fucking marking out like a geek. I sound like a geek. Whoa. And I'm not trying to get a scoop on these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to chat with them, introduce them, and then interview, like with Alfred, right? I introduce him a bit. And then the next time we just fucking bro down and do this. That's what it's going to be. Trust me. We're planting the seeds. They will be sown. They shall be sown. But yeah, sorry guys. I ranted and raved. Let me check. I see chats and I see members here. Plenty of stupid people. We have a super chat here. We have a couple. Toonie Khan is back on the Hey, I'm in love with the
Shut up, bitch. This is great.
Yeah, possibly the Coca-Cola is what we mean. Of course, YouTube and LC Killer. I'm not going to keep this on the screen too long because, of course, but he does mean a delicious Coca-Cola by the beach. And thank you so much. And I'm going to give you an air horn because that's yeah. So thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. And you ain't hype for $10. Thank you. I'm gonna give you. What do you want, man? If you guys tell me what you want to,
Fucking Mark!
Dave is behind the times. He's running off that super Milk Chen energy. Right. So like I did a breakdown. Nobody does this shit as good as me. Okay. And yeah, I'll blow myself. All right. But I did a breakdown about how he's fucking delusional. Head to the Clips channel, this channel, whatever. You guys will hear it. He's fucking delusional, man. And he's projecting shit. We proved it. He's projecting things on everyone else. The behind the times, what you just said, you ain't hype. That's what he does to Eric Bischoff. That's what he does to Jim Cornette. He says, oh, they're behind the times, when really that's him, dude. He thinks that fucking indie like, okay, the reason the Bucks and Kenny Omega and that shit works is because you would just look it up to see the Okada Kenny match. Like if you just throw on Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor, a lot of it you'll be like, this is hokey and dumb, but a lot of it you'll enjoy. Why? Because it's just sort of like a spot show is what they used to call them, I believe. Unless I'm uneducated on this, right? It's like, okay, you just throw some shit on and it's just a bunch of entertaining. It's a spot show. You know what I mean? They don't it's just pop the crowd, get out of town sort of thing. That's how I feel like the Bucks could get away with that. Like you didn't watch them every week on TV. Now we're watching all these guys every week on TV and it don't work the way that people thought it would work. And I love a lot of these talents. But that's why I think WWE would be better for them. They would hone in on what makes them special. You know what I mean? And it would fucking elevate them too. But instead they have a vendetta against WWE because of the old guard. Well, the old guard ain't there, motherfucker. And Dave is still on this mentality. Like he still talks about WWE like it's 2008. It is goddamn not. It isn't. Thank you so much for this super. And round of applause for everyone in the chat. You're all the goat. Mark A. Hicks, too, has been a member for 4 months. He's rocking with some cool badges. I guarantee it. If he's leaving comments and stuff, look next to his name. And I guarantee he's got some drip there. A Conan. Yeah, you get one. Member for 4 months. You get a Conan. Let's see. Conan. Okay. I'll say it. Dijak is a stooge. See, I'm not talking shit, but other people pointed it out. Go check it out. Smack Talk Hotel. You go to these other like prominent, IG accounts or Twitter accounts that keep it real, and they're like, "Damn, notice like not a lot of WWE shit's been getting out." Hey, what did I tell you guys? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not ever gonna be like, dude, I saw it with my own eyes. If I fucking didn't, I'm not an asshole like that, guys. I wouldn't do. I'm trying to have fun and tell you guys the truth together. We're trying to figure it out together. We're in this together, guys. Okay, so we're trudging through all this. You guys are suffering through this with me. Here we go. So we covered that. Yeah, I just explained it, Dave. I just went on like a 30 fucking minute rant right there. And then so Dave Meltzer, he gets another flute, guys. We're playing flutes tonight. I told you. Here we go. So Meltzer on CM Punk's current WWE status. Quote, there's a story, except, actually, going around, about, Brian, Phil, CM, Punk Brooks, renegotiating his, contract, Tony Khan. And it's really like, I like, being overblown. So his contract's really being overblown. So Punk wants all this money. Wrong. What happened was CM Punk came in and they had a short-term deal, which is expiring now. There are rollovers in the deal, so there's not like a hurry that they have to sign him. The deal does go longer, but they knew all along that right around now they'd be renegotiating deals. Well, good for them. And Punk's going to get a fucking deal and it's going to be all good. And he said it in interviews. So in all these interviews, Punk's like, I want to stay with WWE forever. The rumors are he's just going to like take over NXT. You know, it'll be like him, Shawn Michaels, William Regal. They'll be like Albert. They'll be training the next crop. And that's like what he wants to do, like 5 years left or something, 3 to 5. And then he's just going to like run NXT and everything. And I talked about it on the show, on the last live show with Dose and Awful. I believe that AEW was like a coming to Jesus, awakening, growing up, maturing moment for Punk, where he realized like, holy shit, this is the future of wrestling. This is what they say the revolution is. Not on my fucking watch, dude. So CM Punk goes, hey, Dave, really? Dave.
Liar! Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
So, you know, Punk goes, I used to rush to defend myself against false accusations, but now I watch to see who believes it, so I know who to cut off first. That's from Ice-T. If you're on Instagram, Punk's always like an Ice-T shit, because who doesn't? The original gangsta. And, yeah, dude, Ice-T, a great quote. I agree with this fully as well, man. I love this. This speaks to me as well. CM Punk, boom. You know, like he used to let it bother him, fuck it. And then Julian Weeks says, CM Punk said, somebody's lying. Yeah, UFC pay-per-views on, guys. Yeah, I got it on here. We have Chikadze, Giga Chikadze, 15-3. And he's about to throw down. And he's an underdog in this fight. He's a banger. Yeah, so Punk just fucking called him out on his shit. I love that. A spot show. When they would do a smaller venue in a non-regular town, Memphis on Monday, Louisville on a Tuesday, Evansville on a Wednesday. Thursday would be a different spot show in random smaller towns. And then wouldn't it, and then, Jake, you could tell me too, wouldn't like you go to that town and just like get in and get out type fucking thing? Like get your shit in and then get out type thing, right? That's my understanding of it as well. Like not to shit on it, but it's just like in a regular town or whatever, like you said. So it's not, you know, like you're gonna do all your best shit on the pay-per-view or whatever. And that's what it's like with the Bucks. It was like you'd see them and it's like they're just doing their best shit on a pay-per-view or whatever. You know, like you don't know the build up, all the fucking shows they're doing leading up to the Wrestle Kingdom 12 or Death Before Dishonor before Tony Khan ruined ROH, which we're going to get into, guys. Yeah, so yep, they just get in, get out, multiple tag matches. Yeah, so you know, and that's what like New Japan, right? It'll be like an 8-man tag. You have like four of those. Then the big event, they have some of those too, but then you get like the Bucks come out and do all their flips and shit. So that's why you're seeing those moments. You're not you know, experiencing that. So yeah, UFC's on if you guys are into it. We have Allen versus Chikadze, good fight. Moving along though, we got more film marks, bookmarks here. So Tony Khan, via today's ROH media call, he plays victim. He says, I'll be honest. Sorry guys, let me hydrate for this one. I got you, don't worry. I don't know if beer is actually hydrating, but anyways, I'll be honest. If other companies announce 6 matches for a pay-per-view or even 5 matches for a pay-per-view, I don't think they get as much stick as I do. Tony, if you booked 5 matches for a pay-per-view, we would bow down and kiss your feet like these other, like fucking AIR Gold, dude. And I think pretty much anything I do in wrestling, I get more stick than anybody else per capita. It's another stat. It's another one of these weird stats they can't, like, he just can't help but throw. I'm a statistician, didn't you know? Oh, like, he just can't help but throw in like a little statistic per capita. What the fuck does that mean? Like, NXT and main roster are different capitas or the same capita? The fuck you talking about, dude? God damn.
Shut up, bitch.
So Tony Khan, for just about anything I do, if I sneeze, people are mad at me. No, that's just Vince. Yeah, I hate when people sneeze, pal. And no, I'm not even gonna do that joke. God damn it. I need to start doing like a Rumble stream or something where I really get sick. The sickos. I need to do a stream for the sickos. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I just had a very a joke, okay? But let's move along. Cornette versus Meltzer fight. So Meltzer said what? Sent this to me. This is from 2020, but he felt the need to send it to me. So I feel the need to do it on the show. Let's get into it. Dave Meltzer says, you do real. Okay, so sorry. I always forget to do this. So at Derek Joe, a million numbers, says, Dave, the truth is most of the guys who have been watching for 30 to 40 years through the ups and downs like myself have the same opinion as Corny and find his opinions, etc. So earlier in the show, a moment ago, we were talking about how Dave is past his time. He projects that on other people, such as Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette. And Jim Cornette fights back at that. And I don't think Jim Cornette's behind the times personally. I think what's used to be out is like in again. And I think now he's in the times again. Truly, think about it. Nostalgia, style. Think about just like how people appreciate the studio wrestling approach of TNA, or the more like what Cody Rhodes is trying to do, the more old school, take the belt around the world. You know, oh, the wrist is hurt, brother. I'm coming in with the cast, and he's got the arm lock, you know, like it's just old wrestling. So anyways, Cornette responds perfectly too. He responds perfectly. This is years ago. So fucking, you know, we'll give Jim an X-Files because he's seeing the future of shit. And so Jim goes, oh man, Jim goes, Dave, you're fucking senile, which is so goddamn like perfect. This is years ago. Jim's calling him senile, which a lot of like even myself were just catching on. Like, no, Dave's senile. It's too many spots. It's blatantly phony silliness and mocking the business right in the open, right out in the open. And you know that, but here we're gonna continue along here. And you know that, but you can't get off Olivier's jock. But you can't get off Olivier's jock and just admit it. For fuck's sakes, act your age. Not like a Japanese schoolgirl. Hashtag Rio. Oh my God. Oh, Cornette. Like, you just don't want to joust with him, bro. He's gonna fucking... He slices. He dices. You guys ever see Ninja Turtles when he's cutting the pizza in the air? And that's Jim Cornette, dude. When you mess with that, he's Shredder. When you mess with a motherfucker verbally, you know, you just don't even want to go there. So, and in writing and in print, clearly as well, because he's just coming with heat. So Meltzer goes, you mean like a manager with a tennis racket? Oh, Dave. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's my drink? This is what I mean. You can't ever like to undermine the contributions of a Jim Cornette. Oh, like the tennis racket, like. That's like saying to The Undertaker, oh, you mean like a zombie dead guy? Yeah, motherfucker. Like, that's the most over shit ever that ever got over. The most over manager, the greatest manager of all time, some would say. One of them for sure, top 2, 3. If he's not in your top like 3, what the fuck? And man, it's crazy to undermine. Like, your feelings are hurt, dude. If Jim called me senile and stupid, I would just probably take my licks and bow out. I don't know. It depends. If I don't know. I don't think it would come to that because I'm not a fucking blithering idiot like this who would exactly be so pompous that I would undermine exactly what I'm saying just a moment ago. I just would never like. That's like going up to Kane and being like, "Oh, what? Like a Michael Myers dead guy mask?" Oh. Yeah, bro. You know, you mean the shit that gave a business for you to fucking even make shit up about every week? Jesus, dude, this shit's embarrassing. This is crazy. This is a good little warp in the time machine. I'm glad Meltzer said what sent DM me this. So, how come that doesn't happen in boxing? Sorry, let's read Meltzer's here. Racket and a tag team that crawls on its hands and knees to the manager to hug in the middle of a fight. How come that doesn't happen in boxing and MMA? Well, actually, Manel Cap did a weird thing tonight where he like bent down and was like kind of touching and crawling the ground, and then when the guy came in on him, he just like tried to sucker punch him. So I don't know, Dave. Actually, that just happened today, kind of. So you're dumb. But Jim will cook him better than I can. So Jim hits him back and goes, more like an asshole who lies because he desperately wants to hang out with the cool kids so people don't say he's out of touch. Boom. Don't even need to say more. Don't even need to say more. And sacrifices all his credibility to say Harpo Marx is Frank Gotch. And Harpo Marx, that's Kenny, right, guys? Right, chat? Fuck, man, I like Kenny, so I'm not gonna... you know he sucks, Dave, and I guess you do too. Fuck you, lose my number. Oh, shit. See, they were friends at one time. That's what's crazy. That's what's sad. Look at what AEW did to friendships, to Luke Perry's son. You know, Punk, like, just has ruined fucking friendships, man. Pretty crazy. It's kind of sad, actually, but oh well. Jeff Hardy, though, we talked about this earlier. He said, I'm busted open. I still have so much guilt and shame from AEW giving me an opportunity, and even Matt, to me breaking trust with my personal issues in real life. I want to make that up to Matt. I will say right here that I will not break TNA's trust. That is in my past. He said that before, not to hate on Jeff. I literally, growing up, it was Jeff. All like he was my guy, you know. It feels good to have somewhat of a clean slate with that stuff and start fresh instead of having that guilt and shame about what I did in a certain world of pro wrestling. In a certain world of pro wrestling. I don't know what that means. He's off in the forest singing with birds and shit. Cool, but yeah, Jeff, just make sure you're okay. That's all I care about. Like, truly, I just, before you go to NXT or anything, I just hope you're okay. Okay, as the title indicates, and this is via gorilla position, I guess, which sounds kind of cute. So Triple H and Sadiq Khan and Nick Khan, they all meet up, and Sadiq Khan is the president. What is he? Sorry, guys, the mayor. Sorry, and I'll read it here. WrestleMania in London plans officially underway. So we talked about it way earlier in the show. It's not going to be like a soon, you know, but maybe 45 or whatever. But Triple H and WWE President Nick Khan flew to London today to meet Mayor Sadiq Khan to discuss a shared ambition to bring WrestleMania to the capital. Sadiq meeting was very productive. Talks continue to make this a reality. Holy shit. And oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you guys, John Cena followed me today, actually, which is a fact. You fucking mark. So yeah, and because I had tweeted out, I was like, damn, I knew Cena wasn't talking that shit unless it was in some sort of plans. And I don't know if that's the tweet that did it, but yeah, he fucking followed me. So what's up, John Cena? Appreciate you very, very much. Big fan. We've talked about you a million times and I forgot to bring that up. That's how if you guys can't tell, this show's been I feel like it's been good. I've been putting on. I always show up and show out, baby, but no, I'm just this weekend was fucking, I was trudging through this one, man. But anyways, leading into this, I was like, God damn, I am tired from this week. But anyways, though, we're good. You know, I tweeted the shit out. It triggered fucking people. We covered it earlier, but AEW, they got to pay to run Wembley. It doesn't matter if they pay $1, $10, $100. They fucking pay to put on Wembley. WWE gets paid to put on Wembley. And that's what it is. And the literal fucking mayor said, if you guys reelect me, I will promise to bring WrestleMania here. Nobody's putting out crazy videos and doing these big press releases and running their fucking political campaigns with fucking promises of, I will bring AEW all in here. Nobody's doing that. So it's just the levels to the shit. And people want to get mad. Oh, we shouldn't compare. It's tribalistic. Okay, yes, but I'm seeing the tribalistic shit and I'm responding to it just with a blanket statement fact, and then it's triggering motherfuckers. I didn't go, AEW fucking sucks. And this is why I didn't say that, you know? So people getting mad at me don't matter. They're going to be triggered. And
shut up, bitch.
I don't know. Yeah, the fans are the winners. Now, someone commented that under my thing, and I was like, maybe. What did I mean by that? Well, we don't know yet. Like, All In's not shaping up to be that great, and We don't fuck, and everyone, the people going to both. Well, like, we don't, this shit could be 5 years later. Like, we don't know. So Wembley in 5 years will be, when I say maybe, I mean like that could be like a fucking 15,000 seater and that they do in the UK. We don't know. So we gotta, I don't know, not compare these two things, because WrestleMania in the UK will do 90,000 fucking people. Are you kidding me? For sure, you know, I mean, people from all over the world will show up for that, and not to say some didn't for All In, but not as many. Definitely not as for a WrestleMania. And yeah, it would just be absolutely packed and insane. And good for WWE, and it just shows that there's levels to this shit as well, and it's not being tribalistic. It's just once AEW can just accept it, I just want them to accept it and then do what I tell them to do. No, I'm just kidding. Just do the right thing. I feel like I'm saying the right thing. Just run the smaller buildings, be humble, and then because like WWE is going to shatter that the all-time number. Tony is doing like half the fucking sales of the last show, more than that, but roughly, right? If we're rounding, like, you know, we're being harsh on him, about half. You know, this could do like double. It won't do like 160,000, but a WrestleMania in London could do well over 100K, like easy, turnstile numbers, everything will confirm, you know? So good on WWE. And meanwhile, here is Tony Khan. He's at Comic-Con, and Punk was at Comic-Con too. Good thing he didn't run into any jabronis. But here is Mercedes with Camille. They're dressed like Poison Ivy and Bane. Oh, Camille was born in the darkness. She was raised in it. You simply have adopted the darkness, Britt Baker. I was born in the darkness. They're at San Diego Comic-Con. Let's just watch this little thing here. Comic-Con. She's like a female Vince Russo. Like, he's like, the wrestling, but she's like, Comic-Con, the wrestling besta.
Please say hello to your CEO.
I like this angle but Tony, stop. But I like this Mercedes with Camille and Britt. I don't care, chat, if you guys don't agree with me. I like it. This is working for me. It's all been working. And they put her with the fucking Bucks a little bit to get that stink. Not the go-away heat, but that little bit of stink. Like, ooh, you would, you know? That sort of thing. And then Camille shows up. And then this is funny. They're at Comic-Con as Poison Ivy and Bane. I like this. This is good shit. It's bringing eyeballs. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm sure. I don't know. I like it. And I like DMD versus CEO. Whatever, the chant, you know, that's why Tony wanted to do it, the chant. I'm just talking as far as the characters, where they are, how it was I don't know, homegrown versus like Invader. Everyone rejected Mercedes and they were trying to push it. And then they went, no, she's going to be a hard heel. And then Camille comes in as her heater. I'm cool with all this. Don't let Camille talk. I just hope she doesn't talk. Just do her NWA gimmick with Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis already made Camille with that don't talk gimmick. Just fucking show up and be badass. Do that and we're golden. Love it.
Mr. Moderator, I got it here because I have a couple questions for Britt too. One, I'm surprised you're even here. How are you feeling after last
I'm surprised that you're even here.
night at AEW Dynamite? Huh? And another question, Britt. How does it feel that you're never going to be good as Mercedes Moné? How does it feel that you're never going to get the TBS champion ever again?
She's awful at fucking promos, dude. Holy shit.
How does it feel that you're not going to have a match at All In? Because I'm going to be facing anybody but you. But Britt, I'll let you get a little.
Tony, as a man and the promoter, stand up in between them at least and just stand there and like pretend like, okay, if shit pops off, I'm here to. He's just sitting there like a fucking, like Osprey's holding his hand. Don't worry, bruv, I've got you. If things go awry, I got it, boss. Fuck.
Real close look at this for the very last time, because you're never going to get this title, bitch.
Let them fight.
And then Orange Cassidy can't even hold back Britt Baker. Oh, you're not scheduled to be here. Why didn't he do that from the get-go? Just as an angle, this is weird, guys. Chad, how do you feel about it? Yeah, he got a grip on Mercedes. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, did he fear for his life? Exactly. Was he here scared for his life as this was going down? We saw less happen, and he said he claimed he feared for his life.
I'm sick of this. Do it.
I'm sick of this. Time Cop. We're going to settle this like Time Cop.
For weeks on AEW Dynamite.
In 3 weeks, but we'll teleport there now. Time Cop.
Every Wednesday on TBS.
Right after Time Cop. Every week. We're reviving the series. It's going to star Will Ospreay as the Time Cop. Oh, God.
Ever since Forbidden Door, you've seen Dr. Britt Baker and the TBS champion Mercedes.
We're rebooting Time Cop. It's called Time Cop, The Forbidden Door. It stars me as the Time Cop.
Monet going at it, arguing. I'm sick of it. Let's go, baby. I'd love to see that match. Wouldn't you? That's why August 25th at Wembley Stadium in London, England, at AEW All In for the TBS Championship, it will be Mercedes Moné versus Dr. Britt Baker.
He should be telling her, like, get off the table, please. Like, we don't want you hurting your fucking, I don't know, craziness. It just seems so fake. Like, it just seems like you go to the fair and see like a guy who's like, my flip-flops fell off. And when you know what happens when my flip-flops fall off? At 8 p.m. back over here by the dunk tank, I'll show you. Everyone come back at 8 p.m. for free. Come here. Like, it just feels like he's doing that sort of thing. Very Carney. Carney's gonna Carney.
What just happened? What do you mean, what just happened? Go to social, go to X, go see what just happened. I'm pissed off. I said anybody but Britt. Don't talk to me right now, okay? You gotta go.
Okay, whatever. They're trying to do, but I won't. They're working the work, shoot work, brother. I won't fault them, but come on. Okay, what else do I got for you guys here? I got a couple more here. So Tony Khan says that a major member of wrestling media told him that, we already covered that. So here's this week. We talked about this earlier. They kept the 800 and some K and they spiked through the overrun, which whatever. They lost a bunch doing normal shit. Jericho losing ratings, etc. I got heat for saying this was a good number. People are saying it's terrible, but it's like, I'm just talking this chunk here. Okay, we're going to play semantics, but I broke it down. If they can just do that 800,000, they've proven they can do it with 2 different matches. One of them was like an Ospreay MJF technical masterclass, if you will, modern style, if you want to call it that. The other one was a blood and guts 2 cage gaga hokey pokey fucking match. So They can do it if they can just learn the right, like they get Jericho off TV. I'm sorry. Get I don't know. This is like they're making fun of it here, not War Games, etc. But like, get the people on TV that people want to see. You know, it's that simple. Ricky Stark's sitting at home because, you know, you guys know why. But yeah, I don't know. We covered that more earlier in the show. Yeah, here was the. We just watched this as well from a different angle. Here's the video. Here, we'll quickly play this from the Mayor of London. We talked about this. It's going to be a bitch editing this for clips, but oh well. I'm just happy you guys all hung out with me tonight. Are you guys? I'm going to wrap the show up soon here, but yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I got a couple more for you. Here's the video. I was going to play this, but here we go.
It's time to play the game.
Music copyright. Music copyright. Don't want to get taken down. Look at that. Oh, okay. It was just whatever. Yeah, they're doing WrestleMania there, guys. It's official. So, no one on this app has longer record of a streak for being an absolute mush brain than Big Az. Coincidentally, he also holds the record for having the most burner accounts pretending to be a woman who responds to himself in comment sections. Big LA Az at Team Chaos 1998. Yeah, dude. One of the earliest foes of PWT. Graves put, so this is in regards to the Corey Graves tweet. He goes, Graves put out that tweet on orders from WWE PR. What? On a day when fans should be talking about a great blood and guts. Wasn't great, dude. They are talking about chair shots. Yeah, because he hit him. See, it's always conspiracy theories with these fucking people. Like, no, dude, if they didn't hit him with a chair in that fucking match, you guys know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be talked about. So how is that a WWE? It's always, but damn. FYI, it was a gimmick chair. Don't matter. Big LA, I know you don't really care about being hit in the head because you seem like you've been hit in the fucking head a lot. But yeah, FYI, gimmicked or not, bro, that's not cool. That's how like, I don't even care. I'm not gonna say it's not cool. I'm okay if they do it. Time, you got to pick it. There, it didn't even really fit it. It was like, no, there's no heat on Perry like that. Oh, at a New Japan show in Chicago, he had some heat right after they aired the Punk footage. Well, yeah, nowhere else does anyone care, bro. No one gives a shit. But if it's like Cody Roman and then it's like, okay, they've been building to this forever. If fucking Roman eventually has to hit Solo in the head with a chair to say protect the bloodline sanctity or whatever, right? Okay, this is years of storytelling, but it's God, you know, it's fucking fucked how these people think sometimes, but that's how the Fed operates and people fall for it. Insane. You couldn't be more of a baby and an asshole at the same time. Let's see. So AEW All In 2024 is on track to be the fourth largest crowd for a pro wrestling event ever in the UK. But here's the thing. They're trying to say it might beat SummerSlam from this year. Nah, ain't gonna happen. Definitely ain't beating SummerSlam. Here, next fight's going down here. Anyways, though, placeholder thread from when he rates it 4.75 stars. And so Dave Meltzer talks about the Blood and Guts match itself. And he says, like, I didn't like the match, but I appreciate what they did. And then he'll rate it high. And then he'll say, see, this is proof that I give things I don't like high ratings. But no, it's just further proof. What's more likely, chat, is it that it's proof that he gives things he doesn't like high ratings? Or is it proof that he gives his friends high star ratings and the shit he's trying to perpetrate? Here we go.
And so Matt said, fine, it's gone too far, we quit. Which was a pretty anticlimactic finish to an otherwise completely insane match.
The match was crazy. I mean, the match was super heated.
The match was super heated. Oh, they have a mega main event. They have super wrestlers. Oh, this match was super heated. Like the temperature in the room, Dave? What do you mean by any of that? Because there was absolutely No heat on the match.
Nope.
Even I said it leading in, like, dude, a blood and guts and no heat. Damn. This dude is super heated from what? Like the no stories they didn't tell?
I could see people, I could see it being a very polarizing match. Because there were so many, it was just like a lot of, barbed wire and things like that.
Barbed wire boards and chairs and staple guns and ladders.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff like that. Very violent, lots and lots of blood. It worked for the crowd. So.
Well, it worked for the crowd. So, the TV deal though is.
I thought the match. I didn't like the match, but I will say I thought it was a great match.
So you didn't like the match, but you thought it was a great.
You what? Liar! Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
So you didn't like in like kayfabe, you didn't like one of the guys or something? You're rooting against the heel? What are you trying to say, motherfucker? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean it was a great match, but you didn't like it? But it was great. Brian. And then you even hear Brian like laugh a bit. Just pay close attention. You'll hear Brian go like laugh like he makes one of those noises. So here we go. I'll bring it back.
Violent, lots and lots of blood. It worked for the crowd. So I thought the match. I didn't like the match, but I will say I thought it was a great match. Close to a super match actually.
Close to a super match.
You fucking mark! Shut up, bitch! You what?
A super match. Now, does he mean, Phil, like a oh, come on now, Phil. That's not very fair. You know that Dave means like super, match. Like the match was super. No, I don't. Because he's talking about super wrestlers and super matches and WWE 2K super card. No, but like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
The one thing that I will say about it, my one criticism actually is, at the end of the day, what were the stakes? There were no stakes.
There's blood and guts.
Nothing like the winning team gets to choose.
What's the stakes? Well, it was blood and guts. Right. Right. So what were the stakes?
Thing that I will say about it, my one criticism actually is, at the end of the day, what were the stakes? There were no stakes.
There's blood and guts.
Nothing like the winning team gets to choose this or the winning team gets to choose that, or even like
fucking completely trash. He gets it. Brian Alvarez at least gets it for once. And that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week, I guess. Because we did like 10 million of them. Guys, okay. I ended up going like 3 hours 15. I still have more bookmarks too. So I'm going to have to just Sunday, members only show. If you're not a member, become a member. Tomorrow, we'll finish these bookmarks. How about that? And you guys can cash me on a member stream. How about that? No, I'm just kidding. But we'll do the rest of these bookmarks, okay? Because I want to clear them out so I can start. Like, I got the blue check now, so I'm going to like put them all in the folders. I went 3 hours, 15 minutes. I meant to go like fucking an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. My girl's going to be like, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. She's cleaning or some shit. No. Conan. I'm in trouble. No, I'm just joking, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube, at Pro Wrestle Clips. I appreciate you all so much. This is a lighter show, right? And we still did the damn thing. A brilliant, can't miss. The replay will be live over at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube. Guys, let's get to 4,000. If you guys know any wrestling fans, share this shit with them. Share it with them. I don't ask you guys to like be sharing a lot of shit or anything. I don't really feel the need. I that's my work, I feel like, right? I'll put up the posters. You know what I'm saying? But let's do that. There's enough of you guys. If you don't mind, just spread the word. Let's get it out there. And I appreciate you all so much hanging out. And I like doing these shows too, where it's not just only a watch along, where sometimes I get distracted. I start reviewing matches and there's shit that I want to, like, I got all these bookmarks stacking up. You know what I'm saying? I like to just kind of rapid fire. Let's just do topics, like fucking, let's just chat it up, and whoever flows in or out. And a bunch of you always tap in no matter what, if it's me or I have a guest or whatever. So I just appreciate you all. Round of applause for the chat tonight, because you're goated. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We will do this again tomorrow. Members only stream for like an hour or so. We'll finish up these bookmarks, so however long that takes. And yeah, I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love.